Welcome to the Nick and Matt Show, bringing the player interviews you want to hear and the hot topics you want to discuss. Recording live in studio, here's Nick and Matt.
It's on your computer.
I think we're good.
That was weird.
Episode 163, presented by Cosmic Disc Golf. Go check out all your Cosmic needs over at CosmicDG.com. They're doing a lot of things for the local communities, but also they were out on the road a lot this year when it came to big tournaments and vending and all that. Matt and Ben are both giving me puzzled looks. This is episode 163.
I was hearing our intro coming out of his computer.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the intro kept playing over and over. Like the opening intro scene went.
But why was I hearing it over there? Was that coming out of your headphones?
No, it was out of your
All right.
computer.
All right. Just making sure.
So are we good?
We're good. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Weekly broken intro was crazy.
No, it's all
Hey,
good.
we're here on a Monday night. Everybody, thank you for tuning in so far, hanging out in the room. We actually did start at 7 o'clock, which for us is a rarity at this point. I'm actually in studio on time. We have Evan chilling up in New Hampshire. Evan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Evan's got some cool stats about a local B tier that actually came about. You'll recognize one of the players at least being Simon Lazat, played the local B tier. So some of those top pros still are weekend warriors, even in the cold and wind and rain, which it's a little too cold, it's a little too windy, and it's a little too rainy for me. So no,
Same.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess Matt, unless you have anything,
Dude, we went,
just jump right into.
We went from 78, almost 80 degrees to yesterday being high of like 45. So it was a significant drop in temperature.
Yeah, Saturday was awesome. Sunday sucks.
And now it's like that cold, like we've like went drastically switch on, switch off. And so the B tier that Evan might recap here a little bit because Simon Lazat played there. It was in like rain, wind, and cold, like the high of 45. I'm sure he's like, I love supporting the local events. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ben's back. He was away for 2 weeks, and some of you missed him. A lot of you missed him.
Yeah, I'm back.
Daniel Boone in the house. If you're listening, he's
I'm
got
the only
on
one that dressed up.
They
tricked me. It's the hazing of the intern. They said dress up.
Davy Crockett. Yeah, that's horrible. People that do that. All right, Evan. Yeah, let's go ahead and give us the small recap that we have. I think you told us it was only 45 seconds, so let's see what happens.
I said per tournament. The first one will be a little bit longer, but after that, it's like less than 45 seconds per tournament.
Okay.
Because it is the off season, but there's just fun things to talk about still, and I don't get sick of it, believe it or not, and always have fun things to talk about. But the first one to hit is the European Pro Tour All-Stars, which happened in Mijas, Spain. If that sounds like deja vu, it's because this is the European Pro Tour All-Stars held in Spain. We had the PDGA Euro Tour All-Stars held in Spain. Was it last weekend, 2 weekends ago? I forget exactly when it was. But a All-Star event for a European Tour held in Spain. Yes, this is a different one, which actually, by the way, there's news for Disc Golf Pro Tour Europe. Matt, I don't know if that's on our agenda, but that's big news coming next year.
Yes, it is on the agenda.
By the wording, I think they said merged by it. I'm not sure exactly what it is. We'll cover all that.
We'll talk about it.
I'm going to butcher these names, so let's get right into it. Pekka Hyvänen wins an MPO. Friends. That name will do. Sure will. Jenny Karppinen wins an FPO. That one's a little bit easier. Not 100% sure I got it right, though. They're both from Finland, winning the European Pro Tour All-Stars. A little bit about Hyvänen. It's his first MPO win of his career. That's wild. He has 4 MJ15 wins. Like that's it for his PDGA wins. Those now 5. The most recent one, I wrote down 2015. That can't be right. I was pretty sure it was 2018. I will check in a second. But either way, 2015 or 2018.
Stat or fiction?
I definitely wrote that wrong. I promise you that. We'll check though. But apparently he's still a junior since he played the 2023 Junior European Disc Golf Championship, but at MPO. He finished 10th. That was earlier this year. He hasn't played a junior event in a little bit. He played 2 pro majors this year, finishing 61st at European Open and 84th at USDGC. He's played 10 previous European Pro Tours, PDGA Euro Tour, or the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour, which is the Finnish national tour events this year. And his best finish was 5th at Kona Peach Day, which was his only top 5, where he beat Paul McBeth by 1, was still 11 strokes behind Niklas Antila. But that's to paint the picture that it's insane that this guy won, assuming he's a junior and under 18, winning his first MPO win at the European Pro Tour All-Stars. That's pretty cool for him. Congrats over there to, I think, Pekka Heivinen, if I'm pronouncing it right. For Jenny Karppinen, it's her first European Pro Tour win of the year and her career, but she also has a PDGA Euro Tour and a Prodigy Disc Pro Tour win of the year. She beat Marie Kialas by 1 stroke and Rachel Turton, who's a Rookie of the Year contender for the Disc Golf Pro Tour, by 4 strokes. Back to the MPO field, though, Isaac Robinson, Jakob Semmerad, and Silver Lott were notable players who finished tied for 4th. Silver Lott just won the Euro Tour All-Stars, but does not get the European Pro Tour All-Star win. Alden Harris also was the other American besides Isaac Robinson. He finished tied for 12th. And Mari Vilman, who I mentioned a lot earlier in the year because he won 4 European Pro Tours, PDGA Euro Tours, or Prodigy Disc Pro Tours this year, which was tied for the most of that chunk of those 3 tours with Paul McBeth for MPO. He finished 27th out of 33 players. So I found that pretty surprising. So any notes on the European Pro Tour All-Star event before I move on to the North America events?
I'm just impressed that you know all the different European tours that are going on. You're like, the European tour turned into this and then that. And I'm just like, oh my God. But awesome.
I nerd out about that and find it very fun. I understand it's confusing, and I'm glad it's working towards a more simple future. There will still be country tours like the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. I don't think is going anywhere. That's the Finnish national tour. There's also the Swedish one. Gatekeeper's been doing a lot of coverage on that. There's other tours all
Aussie
throughout
tour.
Europe. I find it so fascinating, the Aussie tour. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I'm glad you're on the show because the off season happens, and that's still your role. It's great because I've kind of checked out, and I don't know how many other people are like, I'm so excited, eagerly waiting to know. Now there are true fans of these players that are doing that, but I'm in this off season mindset.
I understand that event's probably the least amount of names you'll recognize. The rest I will keep it to people that are fairly commonly known. And if you have no clue who Pekka Heivinen is and you have no clue why you want to care about that win, I understand, although it is very cool that this seemingly junior player got his first MPO win at that level.
Yes.
But let's talk about
Very cool.
Isaac Robinson's brother, because Isaac Robinson finished in 4th, missed the podium at the All-Star event in Europe. His brother won the Hub City Halloween, Ezra Robinson, down in South Carolina. That was an A-tier. He had a 1-stroke win over Andrew Marweed. Andrew Marweed was skipping out on defending his title at the Michigan Pro State Championships, which also happened this weekend. Luke Taylor, who's a Rookie of the Year contender for the Disc Golf Pro Tour Rookie of the Year. He's actually the number 1 in points, so you could call him the favorite, although there's a lot of good candidates. Luke Taylor won by 4 strokes over Kyle Klein, who's fresh off a major and $50,000 in the month of October. So that number went up, but not as much as it could have been because he didn't get the win there. And want to mention Phil Delone, who's the assistant tour director, I believe is his title, of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Played a rare PDGA event for himself since he's working usually and not playing as much. He finished 11th, so good finish by him. And then one more neat thing about that event, the Michigan Pro State Championships. In MP40, Luke Taylor's dad won. I actually didn't write his name down, so let me find that real quick. But that's a father-son duo winning pair in MPO and MP40. Josh Taylor is his dad's name.
Not too shabby.
Moving it on real quick, even quicker than it's already been so far. Up in Canada, Thomas Gilbert, even quicker than I said it would be so far. I should clarify. Thomas Gilbert wins the Ontario provincial. That's so hard to say. I wish they had states because then I could say Ontario states.
Provincial.
Disc Golf Championship. And Chutel Bendinsky, who won the silver event earlier this year in Rochester, wins an FBO. Cupcake got a win at the Halloween Classic in Las Vegas. That's Jacob Curtis. He beats Parker Welk, who we all know, and Jennifer Allen. And Goose. I meant to write that down. Thank you, Ben,
you're welcome
for mentioning that. You're the best, my stat assistant. Jennifer Allen wins by 26 strokes in FPO. She was the only one to finish under par at -1.
Wow.
Second place finished plus 26. Wait, that doesn't add up. I might have had another goof. Oh no. I have it right here.
What's Evan been doing today?
Second place.
Nick's in the dark, but we can keep talking. So finish out what you were saying, Evan, because we're back live.
It is the golf course about Ivy Hills. So when you get back to it, it is.
All right. Thanks. Okay. So I think the last thing I said on air was Jen Allen winning an FPO by 26. I had a goof about where second place finished. She won by 26. Second place was at plus 25. Jen Allen being at -1. Moving on, Johnny McRae won a B tier in Florida in MPO, the Silver Spring Shootout. Cool for him, still getting MPO wins, as we know, thanks to interviewing him. And the second to last event I'll talk about is a preview of Worlds, the Battle for Bedford in Virginia. New London Tech hosted rounds 1 and 3, and Ivy Hill, which is the new golf course that we haven't really seen much of, hosted round 2 for this tournament. Chris Dickerson wins by 7 strokes. That was double the next best score. The only player to go under par for all 3 rounds. Brody Smith shot the hot round at New London in round 3 to work his way up to 3rd place. Anthony Bedanza finished tied for 12th. He had almost 1,000 rated event at 998, and he was over par for all 3 rounds, which of course is not a knock on him. I'm trying to explain the course here. And he finished at plus 11 overall. So almost 1,000 rated throughout the event gets you at just under plus 4 per round. That tells me that course is hard. A little. Holly Finley was probably the only recognizable name to most people listening in FPO. She lost by 2 strokes, finishing in 2nd place to Debbie Yu,
who's an absolute baller in that area.
Oh, right.
She is.
I'm glad
she
you
is
have insight.
Awesome. Yeah, she's a very good player. I've had the pleasure of meeting her. Played at West Virginia. Got to see her a couple times when we were up there, or down there, I should say. And yeah, she's an absolute baller of a player.
Yeah, she finished 8th at U.S. Women's in FA1 last year. Jumped up to FPO after that and has won a lot of events. And it looks like she just plays locally in Virginia, Maryland, D.C., and a few other Tennessee, maybe states like that. So cool for her getting the win. And hey, it'd be cool if she pops off at Worlds. But obviously, a lot more great players are going to be playing that event. And to round it out, Nick teased it earlier in the episode. Want to mention Meadowbrook Orchards. We talk about that course a lot. They hosted the 3rd annual Jeffrey Cranston Open, Am Day and Pro Day. We'll talk about the Pro Day where Simon Lizotte gets the win. People know who that is listening to the show. So cool for him. He wins by 1 stroke over Kyle Moriarty, who's one of the best players in New England, wins a lot of events, and saw him at Meadowbrook just earlier in the week. So almost got the win. Hard to beat Simon. Stinks there. Simon won thanks to a lot of things, but also 2 eagles on hole 1, a par 4, got the 2 on at both rounds. There's only 4 eagles throughout the whole tournament, so only 2 other eagles besides Simon in the field. Good
and the
field
other
for
one,
New England.
Yeah, the other one is a distance thrower named Nick Economos, who we've talked about plenty of times.
He's been on Simon's vlogs.
Yeah.
I think last vlog.
Yeah, I think the second round he got 1 and 18 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so that accounts for 3 of the 4.
Yeah,
and the 4th of the 4 is Harry Chase, who's probably in the chat. I don't have it pulled up. He usually is. Avid listener of the show. He's been on a few times. Was at Matt's Backyard Barbecue and got the coolest non-ace of the year. Nice. As in he went OB on the tee shot, re-teed, par save, ace.
Island green, OB, rethrow, throw it in. That was pretty epic. Pretty cool.
Yep.
So I want to go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say a lot of other big names in that field. I want to know one thing. This is gonna be a New England topic. If you play Meadowbrook and you know hole 16, just go look at the scores for that, because it makes me feel a whole lot better about playing that hole. Simon Lizotte bogeyed it both rounds, and that's something I do on the regular. I don't par that hole very often, and I definitely don't birdie it, although some players were. So that one's hard. That's all I'll say about that.
He probably did it ace running it every time, and then it was windy and rainy, and it's not easy to hit the putts in that scenario.
Yeah. I briefly want to, and this will only take 30 seconds, but I do want to shout out Mr. Croak, Jerry Croak, who is Hannah's father, Paul's father-in-law, and Discura and Josh Wyatt, who are down in Virginia, part of Battle for Bedford on the amateur side of things and the mixed age protected divisions. Got to play Goliath, which is the course that I was living on when I was down in Virginia. It's an incredible course, incredibly well designed. I just wanted to shout out all the crew and everyone in the Lynchburg area and the Bedford area who was able to go and help out getting that course prepped for the tournament. I've heard nothing but good reviews on it so far, so that's really cool to see. Jerry has put in $1 billion worth of hours on that course, making it what it is. And so bummed I wasn't there, but work has needed me in Massachusetts. So
I really want to go play those courses at some point.
Yeah.
I need to get down to Virginia because I mean, Worlds is going to be there, but also it's hard to play courses during Worlds. So we'll see.
We shall see.
All right.
That'll do, my friends.
That'll do, my friends. So eventually we'll get overplayed.
Let's talk about that really quick. For anyone who has not seen, we posted an awesome kind of practice round vlog in partnership with Discology Bags. We are showcasing the new bags that they had sent us, and go check it out. It's on the Nick and Matt Show YouTube channel.
It's only 49 and a half minutes long.
It's more of like what you're going to get if you guys were playing around with us, it's what you're going to get. Yeah. It's fun camaraderie. We do some fun stuff with it. Throw some good shots.
So
Ben misses putts.
I do. I'm getting
hot
there.
peppers were eaten.
Hot peppers were eaten.
Evan ate one, which is
foot faults were called. Actually, let's bring this up because I haven't looked at the comments. I'm going to bring it up really quick.
The comments agree with you, Nick.
To anyone in the chat,
we're always right, Nick. We're always right.
To anyone in the chat, if you watch the video, tell me, was it a foot fault or not? If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Ben also dances.
I want to say this real quick. On the second to last hole, I called many foot faults on Ben. I called an incorrect foot fault. Yeah, I was more messing with
Ben. But
did
you? The rules don't allow for a digital video replay. You can't use the videos.
Okay, I will say no one commented foot fault.
All right.
I was the only one that called foot fault myself in the comments, so the comments didn't even call it. But I will say, the first time I lined up before I was interrupted, I don't know, might have been, might not, but when I actually, the third time, when I was in front of the disc, it definitely was a football.
Okay.
The first time,
second to last hole?
No, the first time was a time violation. The second time was a football.
No, like when I first was lining up and Matt was like, no, it's good. And then when I was, and you guys kept interrupting me, then when I finally started to line up and you guys called it before I threw, my foot was in front of the disc.
As you threw. It was
behind.
And do you know something? I edited that whole thing, and when I got to that part, I was like, this is super boring. But at the same time, like, it's kind of like what happens when we play with Ben. Like, it goes back and forth, and I put up a clock.
Intern Nico.
Yep, I put up I put up a clock, and what you don't know is I actually trimmed out like another 30 seconds of that. So it was well over 2 minutes, like around that. Now, to be fair, it was back and forth around foot faults and all that. But go check that out. Yeah. There's a lot more. I eat a hot pepper. It messes up my round for sure.
That's my excuse. Basket on a hole.
So all mic'd up. Good times.
We did? Oh, yeah.
The second hole.
The second hole.
Okay.
Yep.
Nine.
So there's a few other things, but I want to give a little bit of the show rundown here. We texted, or I texted a lot of disc golf contacts that I have. I was like, hey, I have a segment I want to do. Can you answer these questions? It is called Two Truths and a Lie. Mm-hmm. They responded with incredible information in that we're going to have to play the game. Which one's the lie? Everyone can play along. We hope you enjoy that. We're going to get
stoked for that.
We're going to get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Hannah texted me. She goes,
oh boy.
This title for the episode tonight is crazy because I did not get a text.
I know everyone.
So you missed out on one of our most infamous disc golf contacts that we have.
So what you don't know, this is kind of funny. So what you don't know is that I knew people would say that. So when we put this clickbait title tonight, which is like we texted every disc golf first of all, either my Rolodex or my phone contact, that's old school to say that. My phone contact list is not that great. And I'm sorry. It's just all the contacts I have. Or no, we didn't text everybody because like
Hannah's in the chat anyway.
We had enough people responding.
So always in the chat.
I knew there'd be people that felt like, man, I was left out. Man, how's my number?
Okay, sorry. Do it in the chat.
We have a lot. The segments would run forever. We apologize to the disc golfers who listen to the show. In fact, reach out to us. We'll do this segment again.
The fun segment.
But what I wanted, okay, and then there's another segment that's going to be a really fun game. And then guess what, everybody? We're bringing back, this goes back like to the roots of the Nick and Matt show.
Before my time.
Judge That Disc Golfer is coming back tonight.
Go.
We have a guest contestant. I don't know what you want to call them. Someone being punished. Like they volunteer this. They want to be a part. We put it up on our social media, said who wants to be judged or a contestant. They said I do. So we actually had a lot of responses.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Who wants to be
You can tell when people listened at some point and they didn't ever see this segment. They're like, are we being judged? Are we judging people? Or how does this work? And I'm like, you must be new. So stick around. We are bringing that. So there's 3 different games tonight, plus a lot of cool information from these pros' responses. But before we get to any of that, we don't always take these somber moments until it makes sense. There was a mass shooting up in Maine this last weekend, right before. The shooter has been found dead. And up till that point, though, he went on a rampage. And it was this is anywhere, right? Doesn't matter if it's a disc golf community or not, but we are a disc golf community. And there is a central hub of Maine disc golf, like right out of this area. Lewiston, Auburn. I've played on these courses many times. They're fantastic up there. There's a lot of players that we know, part of this team challenge, a lot of people here, and lives lost that did not need to be lost. There is a connection. One of the people that was killed was a disc golfer. That, again, doesn't value somebody's life over another. That's not what I'm trying to imply here. But there is a connection to the disc golf community, and there is a way for you to support the fundraising to help people with all the costs that go along with this stuff. So I wanted to point you into the direction, and I don't know how it's going to work officially here, but the Maine, as in the state of Maine, the Maine disc golf scene. If you look that up, or you know people from Maine, reach out and ask about this. But they are doing a fundraiser disc golf event for this specifically. It is on November 25th and 26th. You can come and play. It's 2 separate events on each of those days, so you can play one or the other or both of them. And they're trying to raise money by fundraisers and like raffle items and all that. So I don't have all the details. They didn't even reach out to me with this. I just felt compelled that we should push people their way that listen to our show. So if you'd like to support or help what's going on there, they would feel the love from the disc golf community, I'm sure. So just had to say that. All right. Maybe 5 more minutes before we get into the first game. What did you think about this Prodigy becoming the official disc golf licensed partner with the NHL?
I think it's pretty sick.
It's amazing.
I quickly scrolled for the Bruins because I'm up here and I'm like, oh man, it looks like a hockey puck. It's a black disc with the Bruins logo.
Oh my goodness. I'm not going to lie.
That didn't cross.
No clue it was supposed to look like a hockey puck. And then as soon as you said that, it's so obvious.
It's
How did I not notice that?
I don't know. Maybe I was wrong, but it looks like it to me.
Yeah.
No, you were absolutely right. That was whether an obvious intention or a subtle intention, it was definitely an intention. And I just right over my head.
Yeah.
So good job, Prodigy. Not good job, me.
These license deals or partnerships or whatever they actually are, I think it's all, it's a business marketing decision, and they're smart to do this. They should try to get licensed. I don't know what it costs them. They probably have to pay a significant amount of money for it, but it's great marketing. Josh from Overthrow in the chats. What was texted to every contact you had? You were just 30 seconds too late. You'll have to come back next week. No, I didn't text you. Sorry, Josh. There's a lot of people I didn't text. I texted a fair amount of my contacts, and we'll get to it. They told me 2 truths, and they texted me a lie, and we're going to play a game and figure out which is which. It's going to be good. We're going to do that soon. 2 more days for the PDGA major bids. If they say due November 1st, is it due on November 1st or by November 1st? Because I think it said November 1st was the due date. So probably November 1st.
Yeah.
That's a great question, and why like every college professor ever would say due November 1st at 11:59 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's have a time.
So, like, not that anything needs to get changed by it. Just that's why, like, to figure things out. So, I would assume by the end of the day on November 1st.
That's how I feel.
These are major bids for 2025.
20
or is it 6? I don't know.
It must be 25.
Yeah, because we don't have announced, right?
I obviously did it. I typed it down, but
I know it's been announced before, but I saw that pop up on social media.
It's 25
again today.
I don't think
of where all the majors are for next year. I just
announced.
figured it was 2025.
Yes, it's 2025.
If you're serious about a major, you should know all these things already. If you're not serious about a major, you might
say this. I will not be running a major next year.
I will not be either.
After,
so
or the year after.
That's a major letdown, Nick.
Sorry.
All right. Let's see here. Disc golf. You love that. You love that button. But we should record that and have a button, and then you could hit that.
Chat, have you ever realized Matt is awkward silence default is do. And I pointed it out.
We're kind of in the point of the season where not much off-season movement has happened, so we don't have much to talk about that.
Oh, we got a lot here.
It's not worth talking about ratings every single week in and week out. So
Nudist ratings. You want that?
925
ratings. I'm saying I don't want that.
Let's go.
Because it's one
Okay.
of those things where we're not getting into this.
Vote-
It's one of those things that we could just go on and on and
Nick,
on about.
do you get an email, or are you not a part of the voting for the Disc Golf Pro Tour, like points? If
don't
not, we
think
probably
I
should
won.
reach
Awards.
out and figure out how to
Wait,
get
I'm
you
not
that.
a part of it either. What the heck?
So I know originally I got invited. It
Uh-huh.
was around the same time as me being on the Disc Golf Network.
Which makes sense.
And that was my understanding. I'm still getting invited, so I keep participating.
Mhm.
Evan, you're a part of the voting as well. But remind me, we should reach out and get you. Maybe I can even get you on that before November 5th.
That'd be
But
meant.
we did have to vote by November 5th. So again, text me to remind me. Evan, you got in your votes, or you wait until the last minute?
No, I got in my votes. I tried to do it early, just because I put together a lot of data for this, so I know what I want to do, and then help with some calculations of it. So
Wait,
wanna
is this
make
like
sure.
the player of the year stuff?
Yeah, Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most
I did
Improved,
vote on that. I thought that was to the
All-Stars,
public.
No,
Comeback.
that's fan voting.
Okay, never mind.
You're a fan.
You're media. Got it.
So there's fan and there's media. The fans vote on mostly everything. I think Player of the Year is one of the ones they don't vote on, and that might be it.
Oh no, I think they
Um,
vote on everything, but I think it's weighted. It's weighted
No,
significantly
okay.
Yeah, I
more
don't think
for
I
the
voted player of
media.
the year. Now that I think
I
of it.
don't have a tab open of it. Let
Dang
me
it.
pull
How
it
do,
up.
we
real
feel,
quick.
how do we feel about media and fans voting for significant stuff?
It's an
like that, like
interesting
Player of
thing.
the Year?
Is that it? Are they
But they wait-
100% of the?
But they weight it. I think there were certain ones where they weight it. So like if media is a third of the vote,
Mhm.
fans are a third of the vote. But
So
like,
here's my thing.
Nick, I know what you're getting
is
at,
Player
though.
of the Year, is that our MVP trophy, pretty much?
yeah, I'd say.
It sort of, kind of.
Yeah,
Is
kinda.
in the NBA, is are the fans or the media voting for an MVP player? Like how does it work in other sports? I'm just
is
curious.
generally media voted. Other sports
Okay.
care about different things differently. Like baseball, getting an all-star selection is important. It can be in your contract line items. Football, making the Pro Bowl. I mean, NBA all-stars. Those are all fan voting. Pro Bowl might not be, but the MLB and the NBA is, and it's like a known thing. Like stuff the ballots, and like the best teams have like the whole entire all-star team. Like the Kansas City Royals when they're in their peak, which is wild to think about because they've been so bad before and after. But in like 2016 or so, they had like 8 of the 9 all-stars, and it just is what it is. But that happens for contract stuff, and that stinks that it is that way, and that fans can't control it. But at the same time, like it is what it is. Like it stinks, but if you're writing the contract as a player, and you don't want it to be award based as a fan voting or media voting award based, like put in like, hey, if I'm the points champion or if I'm top 10 in Disc Golf Pro points, I get a bonus. Like make sure those things are in. I think it's simple in my personal opinion.
Daniel, shout out to Daniel, longtime listener, awesome fan of the show, and awesome friend of ours. NBA MVP is decided by the media. What is the media that's deciding that?
It's generally writers. So it's
Okay.
not. I don't think it's like Stephen A. Smith.
That's what I'm
I don't
wondering.
think
Is
it's
it like the TNT crew?
I don't think so, but it
or-
might be.
I mean,
I think it's.
I think the TNT crew, like those guys, Stephen A. Smith, like I think those are all people who do have a valuable opinion on the matter. I'm just wondering. So
it
for me,
is
like,
usually it's usually writers.
our guy in the chat right now named Boogers. Player of the Year is media and tour card holders.
That's for us. Like that's disc
I-
golf.
yeah, yeah,
so
but
I
I'm
have
saying-
a whole
I'm
thing
saying
right now for
tour
disc
card
golf. We
holders.
wanna review it.
I don't love that tour card holders because let's say you're looking at Isaac Robinson. Okay, most of his friends that he has in disc golf right now are tour card members. Okay, so stack the ballots with Isaac Robinson because we know he has
They
the best chance
could,
of winning.
and
or
you do have to assume
The
some
fandom's
integrity
the
here.
Same thing though.
But
like Simon Lizotte could get Player of the Year votes because he's incredibly popular. And
True,
I'll
it's
give a
part of the
sneak peek.
fan
Wait,
vote. Yeah,
wait for the fandom results. The poll by Statmando and Ultiworld. It is staggering.
no,
I'll
that's
say that.
that's a great point.
so,
But at the end of it, to be fair, and I know you can't base super important things on just integrity alone, but at the end, it's like, hey, if you were doing this because you're friends with someone, because you're being offered money for compensation for this vote, or any other reason that we find out that's not, fair or with integrity, you don't no longer get to vote.
Don't get me wrong. I know there's biasness out
It's
there
gonna
and stuff like
happen.
that. It's
I'm
gonna
not-
happen
yeah.
no matter what, whether you allowed it just to be media or anything like that. But at the same time, I think I would rather see us go to all media. And so, okay, then who's the media of that? Let's say the top podcast. So the Foundation Podcast Network, us, Ultiworld, Smashbox. Okay, let's take out those ones. And then what are some other media outlets? You have Joe Mispro, you have Gatekeeper, or like those guys.
Party.
Consider what's that? Yeah,
Party.
the Party Podcast. Those, collectively, are we the media? that is getting the voting rights.
Terry Miller.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying Smashbox.
Johnny V.
So I'm just curious. I
don't know who the list is.
I think I like that more
Brian
than
Earhart.
I think I
don't
like that more than throwing it out to tour card holders. And I think it's tough when it comes to the fans, excuse me. But at the same time, I think media, I mean, like Daniel's saying, 100 writers and broadcasters for the NBA stuff. And I think that's incredible. You could probably take 50 of us that are in the media aspect of disc golf and run with that.
It'd be cool. I don't know if they'll provide a list, but I could try to get a list.
I mean, I'm sure we have 100 people in media, but
I think that's like where they probably want to be too.
Writers,
like, I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. I mean, the Disc Golf Pro Tour is still so young. The awards are what, like 3? Is this a 3rd year, maybe 4th year of like legitimate awards? So it's new, still trying to figure it out. And that's not to give them a free pass, but to really look at the system and say, yeah, it's not fully fleshed out yet. I'll even say this, like, I'm a little bit disappointed with the tour card holders with who they voted for comeback player of the year. And people are still trying to figure out what the awards mean. What is a comeback player?
Let's talk about that. What is that?
And I'll read in a sec. I'll read the description real quick. So comeback player of the year, this new award is intended to recognize a player who is either returned from injury, busted a career slump with a strong season, returned to a full tour after a life event, or otherwise returned to the top of the game after being off the season for a period of time, and is a split vote between fans and media members. They were nominated by tour card holders. So they nominated 3 players. And actually, I should know who they are, but I'll try to go it off memory right now. In MPO, I know is Paul Ulibarri, I think Ricky Wysocki, and was it James Proctor? I feel like it maybe was. And then in FPO, I think it was Valerie Mandujano, and then it was Allie Smith and Stacy Ronsley.
Yep.
And I'll say this, it's not easy to pick these, but at the same time, like, it's a comeback player of the year.
Yeah. What was James
Allie
Proctor's?
Smith and Stacy Ronsley are like up and coming players. They didn't have anything to come back from. And James Proctor, like, he's been around for a while, but he's never actually been like great on tour.
Valerie
he's had a couple good finishes throughout his career.
Valerie had an injury.
Great in the West.
Valerie had a big big injury to start the year, and then got an Elite Series win throughout the year. But Allie and Stacy, what are their qualifications?
Yeah.
And this isn't any dig at them. What are their qualifications for the comeback player of the year? And
they're
then same
fantastic
thing with
candidates for most improved.
Yes.
And Proctor as well.
Exactly.
A+ candidates, any of them can win it, and I'm happy.
Agreed. Yeah.
Ricky and Yuli,
Ricky and Yuli, I see a little bit more in the sense of Ricky battling with an injury. Ricky had a massive family, when his sister passed away, that happened to him. Those are things where, the player kind of bounces back from those. Yuli, massive injury, came back, started the year off slow, but then middle of the season was just like, hey, I actually do know how to play disc golf. Let's freaking do this. Made the Pro Tour Championships. I see those a little bit more as the comeback player of the year, but it's still, it's a little bit of a shady area.
I actually think Yuli is a fantastic pick because I'll say that's who I voted for. I don't know if you're supposed to share your picks at this point, but I'll at least do one.
Evan just lost his voting rights.
Nah. He was a fantastic player, won a national tour throughout the mid 2010s, and it really looked like he was at the end of his career, at least the end of his career as a touring level player who can compete week in and week out on tour. Like, of course, that dude's gonna be winning disc golf events until he's 80. Mm-hmm. But it really looked like he was at the end of his pro tour career. He finished in the 45-50 last year, and I see it as, and I'm going to take a quick break. I see it as a year-to-year award, not a within the year award. So even Valerie and Ricky, well, I'm not going to knock those nominations. They got injured to start the year. Val was a little bit before the season started, but it was still well into the off season. They came back within the season, and it didn't really feel like a comeback player of the year award. To me, what it is Joe Burrow tears his ACL and he's out for the season. He comes back the next year and was it the next year that he led his team to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a comeback player of the year by a mile. It's not he got injured during training camp and then came in week 3 and then they went to the Super Bowl. That's not comeback player. But I understand why people think that way. I'm not knocking it. It's just learning what it is.
It's tough,
and that's totally okay.
I think it's just tougher in disc golf to have these comeback. NFL, obviously, it's brutally players get injured all the time. But in disc golf, it's like you don't really see those like insane injuries that you have to recover from. Like right now, Paul is probably like the biggest one as right now, but it's few and far between. No, Paul McBeth with the whatever's going on with his.
Well, he's got a shoulder thing, and then I mean, Eagle just had surgery in his, so you can consider his big one. Paige Pierce. Paige Pierce would be a great one. Next year will be a great candidate for comeback player of the year. I think that's a 2024 award. And I'll finish, like Eagle will be a great candidate coming back from shoulder surgery.
Yeah, I think Paul.
To round out the comeback player of the year talk, I will say, like, Simon Lizotte was the absolute lock for this last year, and I think it was one of the reasons why it got pushed in this year, because Simon being most improved last year made zero sense, and I know still people are still on that hill. If you listen around disc golf, people still very much believe Simon was the most improved last year. I think that's bogus. He had a comeback. Like that's all it is. He had an insanely good career comeback, but he was not most improved. It's really hard to like detail it more than that.
You could consider Simon this year a comeback player of the year because he switched companies completely and then still won 2 Elite Series events. I think
for comeback players? You got to be good, then be bad or injured, and then be good again. Most improved is you haven't been to the top. But I think it's all an award that we don't need.
And well said. Thanks for saying what I just couldn't, because
there you go.
It seems too obvious to me. Having trouble explaining it. You did good.
Anyways,
well
Matt,
done, Ben.
Take it over.
Awesome.
We got more awards to talk about if we want, but Matt, I am excited for this game.
Yeah, let's see where we get. Let's see where we get to with this. That was a good conversation, and the fact that the fact that we've brought in everybody here. Nick's been a part of it since the beginning, of course, but Evan and Ben, it's actually really cool, and you guys will have this moment after listening for 3 years. I just had this moment of sit back and listen, and everyone's like, "You figured it out." There it is, people.
Just let them speak.
I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna sit back and listen. Like I'm enjoying a podcast myself. It's wonderful. All right, but we do want to do a little transition here. So, all right, this is the segment you've all been waiting for. We're gonna get into another cool segment here. Judge that disc golf in a little bit, but let's go ahead and jump into this 2 truths and a lie. Now, I texted a lot of disc golf contacts. I can't for sure say it's all of them. I did go through a lot of them here. I apologize if you felt like you've been left out. Text me and we'll do it again another time. But let's go ahead and get to it. The way this works is I will read off 3 statements. Right, Evan? We don't call them fact or fiction at this point. It's just 3 statements.
There you go.
And you have to decide for yourselves what it is. The chat can play along. That'll be really fun. If you're driving in your car, you're at work, this should also be very fun for you, I would imagine. This is a really cool, it's almost better than an interview because you get to learn something really interesting that you didn't know. So we're going to start it out, no particular order, maybe the order in which people replied to me. Maybe that's how it is. I don't know. But here we go.
Sounds like it is.
All right. Gannon Burr. He texted me. Burr. He texted me back. And he said, here are my 3 statements. And now for some of these, I'll tell you after, like I did guess because they didn't send me what was truths or lies. I had to figure that out some of the time. I'm like, what's the lie?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. His first statement. I've beat Simon in pool. That's number 1. Gannon Burr. Number 2. Chicken is my favorite food. And number 3. I have a 350-foot lefty.
I'm assuming lefty shot.
Yeah, he can throw 350 feet. So those 3, chat, get in on this. This is what he texted me. He texted me these 3 things.
I think I got it.
You have to decide if it came to you, which one's the lie.
Are we just spitting it out when we get a chance?
If you're down for it, if you feel like you know it for sure, or you can let the conversation roll and see.
I know it.
If everyone's locked in, then we can go around.
I'm gonna say
I got my
chicken.
locked in one.
Okay, Nick says the lie is chicken.
I say the lie is the chicken.
Okay.
So if you're a fan of Alden Harris's vlogs, 2 of these answers are pretty obvious. Because the DGPT posted his favorite food once and he got it wrong. So I think the lie is chicken.
All right, Evan.
No, I was thinking the opposite because I watched that vlog too. And the Disc Golf Pro Tour, they said pizza?
Yeah.
And Gannon was like, I guess it's pizza now. And the way he said that told me that was wrong.
I don't think it was chicken. I think
For some reason, I think it's chicken, and I'm gonna say he has not beaten Simon at pool.
It's on a
So
vlog.
that's the lie.
That's on Alden's vlog.
Wait, no, him beating
Yes.
Simon at pool?
So you're wrong.
What?
Okay.
Okay. I locked it in though, so I won't change.
So everyone's been thinking
I want
about
to.
it. The chat's coming in. Chicken's a lie. A lot are saying, oh, wait, my bad. Pool. Like, so people are all over the board on this. So let's do some bonus points because the answer is chicken. That's the lie. Chicken is not his favorite food. So for bonus points, what is his favorite food?
Steak.
Anybody disagree with that?
I mean,
I said pizza. I said chicken. I actually said chicken. I thought
it's a Subway 6-inch
he
turkey.
gets it exactly right.
Turkey 6-inch Subway.
I think it's like Dino Nuggets or something.
No, that would be chicken.
Oh my goodness.
That's
That would
awesome.
be Dino
Nick.
chicken nuggets.
That would be chicken.
Like, what are we pureeing? Pork?
Evan, you're off tonight. Evan, you need a nap.
Dino Nuggets aren't made of dinosaurs. Newsflash, Evan.
Social media reel. It's not chicken. Oh, it might be Dino Nuggets.
Yeah.
They're been extinct.
Okay. All right. So that was the answer. Lies, chicken's his favorite food. Here we go. Number 2. That'll do, my
What was the
friends.
bonus?
Oh, it was steak.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
I remember
Okay.
that. I remember when Matt was playing Uncle Matt here with
Yes.
all the
That
guys.
is what it was.
Gannon, every single time Matt would make steak, Gannon's like, "Oh, dude, you got like 2 of them for me." He was obsessed with them,
know.
so I figured that was probably
He's a big boy.
probably
And his
fans.
other friend Matt makes some steak too, and
Yeah,
his favorite
yeah.
steak he's
yeah.
ever
He's got
had.
that like steak video thing. You ever watched one of those, Matt?
So guess
steak?
what? Spoiler alert! I'm
You
going
battled
out there
him.
at the end of the month, and I'm doing a steak
Sick.
battle with Matt.
So
Slaybot.
you both cook a steak and then
Maybe I should cook a steak, and we should do like a. No, I won't have
Matt
time to
versus
do it.
Matt.
I won't have time. I'm business tripping, and I got to drive over there.
Gotcha.
But
so you
he
go and
makes steaks.
fry?
Yeah, you just eat
Okay.
steak as the interviews you, and you
Sick.
say which one you like the best. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dude, I want it.
Shout out, Matt.
Yeah,
Steak
that
steak
sounds
is
cool.
arguably my favorite to eat.
It's great.
Like my favorite is
Nobody
going to a
asked
nice
you. Let's move
bougie
on.
restaurant.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Steak and lobster. No.
All right, here we go. Number 2. This is Chris Dickerson, everybody. He sent me 3 statements. And I'm like, why are you sending me? Oh, yeah, because I asked for them. He said, the holiday I enjoy the most is Thanksgiving. Number 2, my favorite thing about visiting Europe was Finnair's blueberry juice. And number 3, my favorite sport besides disc golf is baseball. Which one's a lie? He sent me those, and I'm like, man,
Do you know the right answer?
I do. Yes, I know all the right
Okay.
answers.
Okay,
But at
I didn't
first,
know
when
if
I
you
got
never
texted
it.
these, some of these I didn't until I asked
I
for
see.
them.
I see. Understood. I'm locked in.
Oh, you're locked in.
I think I'm locked in.
locked in.
I'm debating. You said Finnair
Yeah.
blueberry juice?
Finn
Way too
Airs.
specific.
It's like a
It's like the
brand.
Irish-
Finn Airs.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Blueberry juice.
Ireland's
All right, I'm locked.
airplane.
All right.
I'll go.
You're locked. Go ahead.
We going first?
You're locked.
I'll do the Finnair blueberry juice.
That's a lie.
yeah.
I went with baseball.
Evan,
Okay, I see, but I forgot what it was. So yes,
The
thank you,
baseball?
Ben, for saying that.
favorite sport besides disc golf's baseball? That's a lie.
I feel like he's just a disc golf guy.
Okay. The
There's no
lie.
baseball team in Tennessee. Like, who is he gonna like?
He used to play it.
So
Braves? He did. I thought he played with soccer. and
soccer.
football.
He was really into soccer. That's
Not
what I know.
football. Maybe
I could have sworn he
made it
said he
up.
played baseball a little bit too, but
Maybe.
Okay.
But I remember soccer stands out because he was good enough to like get a scholarship to
Yeah.
go play soccer, is my understanding. So because of that, that stood out to me to make baseball a lie, and it is a lie. I figured it was soccer if it was his favorite other sport, but so it's a lie. So keep track of your own points here. Hold fingers or jot notes or whatever you want
2.
to do. And Nick, you did get a bonus point.
oh yeah,
The
'cause I got the steak.
I
so
should
got
have
2
did
now.
that with it. What
You
was
got-
his
that's
favorite
fine.
sport? But I don't know bonus points for each of these because they didn't all follow
Yeah.
up. But here we go. Nate Sexton. I texted Nate. This is what he said. I've never been to the Southern Hemisphere. Now, do we need to do any geography
No,
here?
yeah, I understand.
Where is that south of? Is it like Central America?
The equator.
It's the equator.
The
Thanks,
equator is
Evan.
in South America, Africa, and I think Southeast Asia.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where it is over there.
So he says, I've never been to the Southern Hemisphere. Number 2, I used to be, and probably still am, I love how he writes this, a decent wakeboarder.
So random.
And number 3, I've tried frog legs.
That's got to be a given.
Nate Sexton says I tried frog legs.
It's got to be.
That's
For
a given.
all traveling disc golfers, they tried some of the most
I've
exotic
had frog
foods.
legs.
That's got to
in
be.
Philly.
Like I tried a hot dog that was gator. Gator dog.
Gator dog.
Yeah.
I've
Down in
eaten gators, pretty
Brooksville,
good.
Actually.
All right. What do you think? You need them again? You got it locked
I'm locked.
in?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
locked.
I know which letter it is, but I quit.
It's okay.
I forget so quickly.
He's
It's
still,
amazing.
He's
What did
still
you
on
choose?
about Dino Nuggets.
Which one did you choose?
That's wakeboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he never wakeboarded. No offense, Nate. I just don't see
So
it.
that's your locked in wakeboarding.
Yep.
Yeah, he cannot be a wakeboarder. It's just I can't
I
see
just
it.
went wakeboarding in Arizona, got up first try. So I think
You think he has, or he
me
hasn't?
and Nate are on the same level of we love it. We're pretty good.
Okay, so it's not a lie.
Not a lie. It's Southern Hemisphere. He's never been to the South.
Okay. I should have followed up for a bonus question and asked him where he has been in the Southern Hemisphere because he has been somewhere.
Let's go.
I don't have the time to text him now, but the lie is I used to be and probably still am a decent wakeboarder.
He never.
And I said,
He's probably never wakeboarded in his life.
I
I
really
s-
just did.
yeah, I said,
It was a
really?
blast.
And he said, never tried wakeboarding or water skiing. So
Oh wow!
apparently not on the water much. So there you go. Nick
All right,
Sexton.
that's a great two truths, one lie.
Yeah.
I really thought he played the Aussie Open, but I looked it up. He has not. He has not played a PDJ event in the Southern
Ooh.
Hemisphere.
But he has been there.
So-
But he's been there.
He has been there. So-
Stat man can't find that
Nate-
info.
Nate's definitely the type of person just to take a nice, winter vacation to the summer in Chile or something. You know,
Yeah. My
That sounds
brother-in-law's
so
from
up his
there,
alley.
so we should go there. All right, here we go. Number whatever this is, 4. Kale LaVisca. What a dude.
What a guy.
Sent him a text.
He likes hockey.
He got back to me with 3 statements, and they were, my uncle is an MLB Hall of Famer, Paul Molitor.
That is way too specific.
Okay.
Holy.
Number 2. Don't look it up, because then you'll be like, huh? No, how would you even look that up? You'd be like, Kale LaVisca's
The lie would be
uncle.
like his name's actually like Paul Jackson.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right, number 2. I won state championships in baseball, football, racquetball, and disc golf.
Oh wow.
State championships.
Man's
Number
athletic.
3. I once had a journal published in National Geographic about the Minnesota boundary waters canoe area. I was reading canoe weird because it's a weird
Dude,
word.
This is a
C-A-N-O-E.
great Shadow Kale.
I feel like all these are just truths. Like
I
Kale
know.
doesn't-
Yeah.
Kale doesn't- Kale doesn't
I
lie.
believe it.
Kale's
Man
too good
of
of
the
a person
world.
to lie. He's just a man of
He's literally
everything.
the
That's
Dos Equis
right.
man.
All trades.
He's the
just-
guy who does it all.
Do you want
He's
that
one
one
of
more
my
time?
favorites.
Kind of little recap. See
Yeah.
what sticks and just see what you
Yeah.
feel.
Hall of
All right,
Famer.
I'm locked in though. I'm
Okay.
locked
Dude,
in.
I have no idea.
My uncle is
I'm
MLB Hall of Famer,
confident.
Paul Molitor. Number 2, I won state championships in baseball, football, racquetball, and disc golf. And the final one, please be true. I once had a journal published in National Geographic about the Minnesota boundary waters canoe area.
If
That is really
true,
specific too.
I want a link ASAP because
Gonna have to look it
that's
up.
interesting.
Autograph my
All right,
National Geographic.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in as
I'm
well.
locked.
All right. Pop lock. Oh, this is the new lock. Okay, here we go. Evan, you were first. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go B, the state championship. He's definitely won 3 of those 4, but he hasn't won the other one, and I don't know which one it is, and I'm not.
You
gonna
don't think
guess.
he won racquetball?
He won racquetball.
I actually was leaning towards football.
Yeah?
He's a baseball player
Oh.
for sure. That's a given. But he might have lost state championships, in baseball. I don't know.
I'm torn because I'm like, is it the Paul one, like the Molitor?
I
Is
thought you
his
were
name?
locked in.
Yeah, well, I'm still torn
locked.
about it. Like, I think he's never won a racquetball state championship. So B is my answer. I'm just
That's what you said too, Evan.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going with state championships too. It's way too not specific.
I do know he
Okay,
has a
and
Hall
now
of
that that's
Famer
said,
MLB family
The
member.
Yeah, it's Paul Molitor. That's 100% true. That's
Okay.
he's number 4 or 6. I forget which one, but a basket. Ben, I'm barely talking here.
Yeah.
A
I
basket at the
guys,
preserve.
chat. I don't control
Is-
the audio ever. Like, there's a comment like Ben needs to chill with the music. 2 episodes again. I didn't
Wait.
say anything, but I don't control the
Actually,
music.
I think Matt has a sound.
I thought
Matt
it-
controls
I thought
all
it
the
was
music.
you.
No,
I thought
I
it was
never.
you,
I
Ben.
don't. If
Ben,
Matt's
I'm
here, I
sorry,
don't
What a
control.
shame.
Either way, the Paul Molitor, I'm pretty sure is true, but let's hear it because maybe I'm wrong.
All right.
Did no one call him out for writing to National Geographic? I mean, if anything,
No,
that's the most
too
out
plausible.
there. Like, that's the most out there. Right?
You guys are all over the board, but
It's
I
such a
heard
good
B.
truth.
Everyone locked in on
We're all
B.
B.
Yeah.
The lie is National Geographic.
No.
Damn it. I'm so
His
disappointed
uncle
at that, actually.
Is MLB Hall of Famer Paul Molizor. That's his uncle. And then he has won state championships, baseball, football, racquetball, and disc golf. That's pretty good.
Where did
Shouldn't have-
this
shouldn't have
National
thought of that.
Geographic come
Sports running his family, man.
Yeah.
His uncle, MLB Hall of Famer, and he's winning all his state championships. Man, disc
Where
golf
did-
legend.
Where did the National Geographic come? He just made it up. That's genius. That's a big
It
red
is a
plus.
flag.
genius. But because it
A
also
plus.
sounds just so true.
Okay, let's pick it up. We got Judge That Disc Golfer coming, which is pretty fun too, and the guest will be here soon. All right, here we go. Number 5 or whatever number we're on. Simon Lizotte, you may know him. I sent him a message. He sent me back 3 statements, and they were: I recently bought a minivan and I love it. Number 2, Evan's cracking.
Dad life.
I just took a sip of water at the same time, and that was
okay.
almost bad.
I recently bought, this is number 2. I recently bought a minivan and I hate it.
What?
No way!
And number
This dude
3,
did not buy a minivan.
and number 3, I didn't buy a minivan.
Oh, what a chotch.
Wait. Hold on.
So
Hold on.
he bought a
How
minivan
are-
and he loves it. He bought a
Does he know
minivan
this
and he
game?
hates it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does he know it's 2 truths and 1 lie and not 2 lies and 1 truth?
Yes, he does.
So
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's-
Oh, no,
it-
it could be a mixture. He could love and hate it.
okay, I will tell you this: it is a mistake. So there is 1 truth here,
Okay. So we're trying to find
2
the truth.
lies, 1 truth. This,
Trying to-
we text people. This is what
Yeah.
they send back.
I just love this question then.
I think I got it.
What do you think?
Unlocked.
So we're looking for the truth.
Yeah. Okay, good call. Yeah, it's
Right.
switched up for this one.
Swapped it out.
We're looking for
Or
the
you
truth
could
on this
say
one.
what both lies are. It's
Okay.
either way.
All right.
It's the same
Either
thing.
way, yeah.
So he recently bought a minivan and loves it. He recently bought a minivan and hates it. Or he didn't buy a minivan. Which one is the truth?
He bought a minivan and he loves it.
And he loves
He absolutely loves it.
I
Yeah.
fully agree. That dude loves storage like nobody else.
it.
Yeah.
What?
I don't.
That
like,
dude's about to
I
roll
have
up
this-
in an Audi minivan.
I have this weird memory of him saying how he likes minivans. I don't know why. And he has his kid number 2 coming on the way. Congratulations, Simon. So I'm going, yeah, the truth is he got a minivan and he loves it. I don't know why I have this weird memory of him saying how he loves minivans.
Wow. So he sent me a whole different list. I'm not going to lie. This is 2 truths and a lie. It was a whole different list. And we talked through it. I said that was too easy. And then he's all like sending me all these different lists. And he's like, oh no, this doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh my goodness, this doesn't work. Like he was going through all these things. He was freaking out compared to everybody else. Sorry, Simon, throwing you under the bus. And this is what we
'Cause he
came back
cares.
with. Yes, this
That's
is what we
why.
came back with. And I thought it was awesome. It's fun. It's new information. And the truth here is that he bought a minivan and he loves it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's
I knew
go.
it. I remember. I have a core memory. I don't know where it's in the back of my brain.
That he would like one.
that he's like, oh, minivans are sick. I don't know why. I just have it.
Well, he got it.
Man, that dude needs to release a Tour Series minivan through MVP. They're
The
in
minivan?
Michigan.
They're in Michigan.
Like,
Yeah. You have a lot of the
He'll
cars.
sell
Yeah.
he'll sell minivans like it. He can. Oh, minivan plastics.
It was
MVP.
something
like
we don't
that.
get commission for this, but it was a Kia Carnival, I think. The Prestige edition, something really awesome.
Yeah.
And-
When you got a fat contract, you got to get the Prestige edition.
I wouldn't know. All right.
It's like if you get a Dodge Caravan, you get the Grand Caravan or Grand
Well,
Caravan.
It's still a Kia, is what he said back to me when I was like, "Oh, it's nice." He's like, "Still a Kia." So for those who are like,
Should have bought an
so-
Odyssey.
That's a shot at
Yeah.
Kia. There's no Audi.
All right, moving on here. You ready for this? This is a disc golf contact I have. Dylan Cease, Chicago White Sox MLB
Ooh.
pitcher. I said, "Hey man, sorry to interrupt your off season, but can you tell me 2 truths and a lie?" He's like, "I'll bring it, man." So he said,
Dear Matthew.
"Yeah, dear Matthew." Here, yeah, we'll start it like that.
Signed professional MLB player.
We're gonna do that. Dear Matthew, I've struck Mike Trout out 6 straight at bats.
Sick.
No way.
This is a great stat.
Dear Matthew, I've had dinner with Tristan Thompson. I had to look up some of these.
Yeah.
I know Tristan.
He's an NBA player.
He's a Kardashian.
Oh, yeah, he's that dude.
Yeah, he's,
No
he's
way.
an NBA player.
And then, dear Matthew, I'm boys with Connor Bedard.
That I have no idea who that is.
That's
draft
hockey
pick.
Chicago
Number one
Blackhawks,
draft pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
hockey player.
He's 18 though.
Ben knows him.
What was the
So
Mike Trout?
I've struck Mike Trout out 6 straight at bats. That is crazy.
Mhm.
I've had dinner with Tristan Thompson. I mean, that's cool. And then I'm boys with Connor Bedard. That's in Chicago Blackhawks hockey.
I'm locked
player.
in, but I'm going last.
All right, I'm locked in too.
Dun, dun, dun. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm
Evan?
locked in too. I'll go second to last.
All right, you're all locked in. The
Go ahead,
chat is getting to it. There a lot of people are saying Trout's a lie.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Then go ahead, Ben.
I think Trout's a lie. I think it's a different number, but I think Trout's a lie.
Imagine being
No.
Mike Trout if this is real.
6 strikeouts in
Every
a row.
time.
You know how crazy that is?
You're like, bro.
Well, you're also talking about one of the
That's
filthiest
good.
pitchers in the
yeah, but
MLB.
strikeouts. Like
Yeah.
Trout
that means
can't
he
hit
can't.
sliders.
He
You
can't
know that.
ground out or pop out, or he literally has to strike out. He can't even walk. So
Go ahead, Evan.
That guy's OPS wasn't even over 1,000 this year. He's washed.
Washed.
I actually have no clue. I don't know the numbers
mate.
of his OPS, but I'm gonna go the Connor Bedard one. I don't think there's enough time for him to meet him because
Okay.
Danny made a good point. He's 18.
And he's 18. You
I'm
answer?
gonna go with
What's the age
the
difference?
Trout, and the reason being is because the other night I was playing video games with Dylan, and I asked him who's one of the most famous people you've got to meet and hang out with, and he's like, "Oh, I've shaken hands with Kevin Costner." He's like, "I've had dinner with Tristan Thompson," so I knew that one right off the rip.
Tristan Tanner.
But I also think
It's legit who I thought.
I think he's boys with Connor Bedard because he's been going to a bunch of the Blackhawk games. Because I called him up one night and he's like, "Oh, I'm at a hockey game
no.
right now." I think, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it's the Trout, but it's like 5 strikeouts.
So what did you say?
That's what I
C.
was thinking. Yeah.
C is my answer.
What? That's a lie?
No, hey, that's
I'm
Wait.
sorry. A
Yeah,
is a
wait,
lie.
wait,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Yes,
A's a
we're
lie.
back to lies. Okay.
Excuse me. A is a lie.
The answer that is a lie is I'm boys with Connor Bedard. That is a lie. The truth is he struck Mike Trout out 6 straight at bats and he had dinner with Tristan Thompson.
Let's go,
Dude,
Faith in
Dylan,
the
you gotta
man.
be friends with Connor now.
Strikeout king.
I guess if I ever get to do 2 truths and a lie myself, I'll go like, hey, I got to go stand on the field of Fenway with Chicago White Sox pitcher Dylan
Yeah,
Cease.
some pretty cool stories with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. We'll make them cooler. They're going to get cooler as we go.
Exactly.
All right. Here we go. We got 3 more. We got Judge That Disc Golfer lined up. We're just about to get to it here, but you may recognize this name, everybody. Paul McBeth. I said, please stump Nick. Please stump Nick.
Let's go.
So
Damn.
either he is or you're just like, no, can't stump me. It's one of the, it's one of these. But I literally asked him to do that, so he's going to be hard because I didn't want it to be easy.
Yeah.
Here we go. First one. Pablo is my real name. And he says hint, but it's more of like a follow-up to that. He says, we just named our son Pablo, and everybody knows that. He goes, so would he be a junior? Like, should we be calling him a junior in this scenario? Or, so Pablo's my real name.
What?
Number 2, like Paul's real name is Pablo.
But wouldn't his middle name have to be Genesis as well?
For a junior, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't get the junior thing. That's
Okay, well then, no, I don't think so. Like if I was like, my dad's name is Walt, and if I'm Walt, I don't have to have the same middle name.
To
do
be
I?
a junior, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, my
I think
dad's the
it's-
second.
Yeah.
My
So,
dad's
like, I
Walt
want
Graham the
to
second.
have.
Guys, here's the real answer. It don't matter. It matters whatever you choose.
True.
You choose junior. or
James
not, right?
Conrad
Like,
is the third,
He's
right?
the third,
So
yeah.
like you can have 2s and juniors, but anyways, but Pablo is my real name.
What?
That's his statement. Number 2, I only played 1 organized team sport growing up. Only 1. Number 3, the first music concert I ever attended was Roxy Music at the OC Fair.
This is
Orange County.
so specific.
That's my guess. Trying to figure things out.
No, it's good.
I got it locked in.
This
I have a
one,
formula to this.
I don't know. Nick's
I've
probably
beaten
pretty
the game.
confident.
I'm confident. No, I'm confident.
I'm 50-50 on
50-50.
yeah, in the sense of like I think one
Which
answer
two,
could go
then?
either way.
Which 2?
I'll
are
let
you-
Ben answer
okay,
first.
Ben.
Oh, okay, of course.
Are you locked in?
I have. What was B again?
Okay. First, Pablo's my real name. Number 2, I only played 1 organized team sport growing up. That seems a little weird knowing Paul's as athletic as he is, but the first music concert I ever attended was Roxy Music at the OC Fair, or probably Orange County. So like
Pablo, like
what's up, Pablo?
backyard baseball, Pablo Sanchez.
You know, Pablo is like Spanish for Paul, right?
Yeah, I'm not dumb. I
Yeah,
just
like okay,
I know
I don't know.
I know it was a nickname
I-
that people give him. I have no idea if it's his real name. All right, whatever. I'm going A. I don't think it's his real name, but I didn't know that if it is.
That's the lie.
Pablo is the lie.
Okay, Nick.
Evan,
Or
go
Evan.
I'll go second because Nick has a better chance. Like my gut says Pablo's the lie. Why would the junior be Genesis? That doesn't make sense to me. That's like the first.
No,
But-
middle name Genesis.
Yeah.
Like
Pablo
in the beginning, I'm
Genesis,
guessing it's in the beginning, like the beginning of his life.
What is Paul's middle
the
name? Do we
beginning of
know?
that's why I'm confused. But
McBeth
either way,
family.
I think it's B. I think he played more than one organized sport because he played baseball.
I'm torn between
So I
A
think
and
he's-
C. So I know he was huge into baseball, and that's like all he did until he got into disc golf. C is
Because
because I
telling
don't.
me he didn't play youth soccer when he was 7 years old.
I don't think so. I
Like,
think
there's
I
no
literally think
chance?
he went from baseball to, and I could be wrong about this. Don't get me wrong, but
He's trying to stump you. Remember this?
I know. See, the thing is, the Pablo thing is
They didn't
that's
tell you about Team Blue, where they won the championship and beat Team Red.
Yeah,
in seventh grade soccer.
exactly.
Sorry,
I-
7-year-old soccer.
I want to go with A because I'm pretty sure his mother wanted to name him Pablo and always calls him Pablo, but I don't legitimately think
So his
that
mother
that's
calls him
his,
Pablo.
Yes, I don't legitimately think that is his birth certificate name.
Okay, we spent a little.
But I
while
also don't
here.
know much about his music history except he loves going to NF concerts now. So
Roxy Music.
I don't know what that is.
What is that?
OC? I didn't even know what it was until luckily
Can I
Evan said
do a
Orange
quick
County, and that's the
little-
county out in Cali,
Before
right?
we move on,
Yeah, I'm trying to make you guys believe that was the answer.
can I punch it real quick into
But
YouTube?
yeah, that's Huntington Beach is in Orange County.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
pretty
while
sure.
he's looking that up,
I'm
I
gonna-
just want a big shout out really quick. Go Celtics, best team in the NBA, up 32 points. Oh, not anymore, 26 points right now.
On
but
who?
The Wizards,
Oh,
up
please.
24.
They don't even have Beal anymore, right?
No,
Do you guys hear this?
yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah.
I could totally picture Paul
Okay.
going to something like this.
You know what this music reminds me of? It's his Paul McBeth 6-time collection.
Yeah,
Like it's those. Like you're wearing the whole line he came out with.
Wow,
there we go.
That's the music video.
We
is
were-
that music.
just
showing off
demonetized,
that
I'm
clothing.
sure. But there you go. That was just a little taste of it. Okay, that's very old school. The answer is everyone was locked in.
Yeah.
The answer, the lie, is that his name was Pablo. That's a lie.
Ah,
That being said, yes, that's what Paul is Pablo. You guys are figuring it all out, and that's what a lot of people called him growing up. But that is not his birth certificate name.
Yeah.
So the rest were true. He said I think he used the word forced to go to that Roxy Music at the Orange County
That's
Fair.
funny. He
That
didn't
was
wanna
his
admit
first.
it.
That was his first concert, and he
Yeah.
said forced. Okay.
I don't know how much I have.
We have two more here left. We have Judge That Disc Golfer lined up in the green room. And can you do an audio check with them just to make sure for us before we get into it? So unmute them there because I feel like, see how you muted them?
Yeah, I'm unmuting him.
Okay, unmute because sometimes it hasn't worked in the
Mike,
past.
can we get a test,
All
test, Mike?
All right, perfect.
Yes,
we can.
sir.
All right. I just hate bringing in guests. I hate bringing in guests and we can't hear them.
Yeah.
So, but okay, now you muted again. It
You
better
want me to
work.
leave him
I'm just
unmuted?
saying it better work. I would just leave it.
I-
Okay,
I
here we
hear
go.
him. I hear
All right,
him.
good. All right, Calvin Heimburg. These are our last two. Calvin Heimburg. Here's his three statements. Calvin, what's up, man? He's like, hey, oh, this is right before the show. I still got time to get in. I said, yeah, you still got time. So here you
my
sent them.
true.
I haven't even read through these. I just copied and pasted. Here we go. I have a pet leopard gecko that's almost 20 years old.
sick.
I graduated with a chemical engineering degree and a minor in geology. I am an Eagle Scout.
Calvin's so wholesome. Let's just say.
Yeah, these are
C.
great.
C. He's not an Eagle Scout.
That's a lie.
Yeah, he never made it past the
Oh.
Cub Scouts. He never even made it past the Weeblos.
No, you can see it though.
I can-
Oh, I can
wanna-
totally say being an Eagle Scout.
Calvin
also,
had
Matt, I
the
went
most
blurry.
wholesome Eagle Scout project of all time. Like
There we
I want to know what his Eagle
It
Scout
was a
project
disc
is.
golf
There's no
course.
way that's a lie. No, it was something way more wholesome. It was like building a whole new walkway for the senior citizens of his town. Like it was something like that.
All right. So I have a pet leopard gecko, almost 20 years old. I graduated with a chemical engineering degree and a minor in geology. And 3, I am an Eagle Scout. Locking them in?
Yeah,
Locked
I'm
in.
locked.
You're all locked. We'll go with Evan first.
All right. I'm tempted by the minor in geology because we all know he got a chemical engineering degree, but he's a smart kid. He got a minor for sure. So I'll go A, which now that I'm talking, I forget what it is.
Leopard gecko, 20 years old.
Yes. Oh, do geckos live to 20 years?
The
No
leopard
way.
ones do.
That might be the lie, right? He has a leopard
What?
gecko, but it's like 2 years old.
Yeah.
All right. So you're locking in on leopard
He's
gecko.
locked.
Nick,
C.
C, which is Eagle Scout. Ben.
I don't think he's an Eagle Scout either.
So that's a lie.
Also,
I
I've
think
not
it's a
been
lie.
keeping track of points, but I'm pretty sure I'm winning.
I think I have 3 or 4.
You guys
think I have 3.
all were stumped. Thank you. I get the point. It is the
minor?
chemical engineering degree. The
was on
minor,
it.
Evan,
I
you
was
were
on
on
it.
it. You were on it.
I said
no,
it.
I thought
just
the
didn't
same
commit
Minor
to
is
it.
chemical engineering?
No, he didn't minor in geology.
What he minor in?
Oh, I didn't even hear you say that part.
He's a chemical. Well, if you didn't, you would.
Well, that's
he's a
on
chemical
you. He
engineer.
quit.
Yeah.
I heard. I knew it was gonna be something weird
Yeah.
like that.
So he is a chemical engineer. He
I
threw the
picked my
lie by
formula.
saying
Damn it.
that he was also a minor in geology.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Gotcha.
last one. None other than
Here we go.
the disc golf media legend Terry Miller. I had to throw this one in there. You ready? I hope you are. He said, "Oh, it's funny." I'm reading it the way he texted it to me, and he actually wrote his name in there. Terry went into college to become an architect. Terry has done stand-up comedy at an open mic night. Terry owns the domain pagepierce.com.
I
B.
know it is. I'm 100% locked in.
I'm locked in.
Now I'm going to switch it up. I'm locked in now, though. We're going with C. He does not own pagepierce.com.
You're like, let me think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Interesting. You were locked in so
Yeah.
quick, so you know Terry pretty well.
I'm with Nick too. I think it's C, and you know why? JVD owns that domain.
Try punching in pagepierce.com and see what happens.
Well, I'm gonna go to who is.
Well, I think it's C.
Just
as
don't
well.
leave the
I
stream.
think it's C as well because like I can't imagine a world where Paige Pierce asks for her domain from Terry and he holds it ransom over her.
That'd be hilarious, though.
So I think it's C's a lie.
Ah,
I think it's her Discrap page, right? Or no, that's like .discrap.com. But yeah, it's C's a lie.
Matt gets another
What did you
point,
say,
doesn't
Evan?
He said the same thing.
You all said it.
I think JVD. Yeah, I think JVD owns it though. But whoever owns it has
Imagine-
it protected.
Okay. So the answer
Oh,
is
you
I
can't
get
see who it
points.
is.
I get points. Because it is not, that's not the lie. He owns it. But okay, the lie is that he has not done stand up or that he has done stand up. That's the lie. So he has not done stand
No
up.
way. I was confident about that one.
Wait, but
He should.
the pagepeerdocs.com redirects to the team
Yes,
Discrap.
it's legit.
So he owns and then it redirects to that.
So I asked him
Yeah,
a
'cause he's a
follow up.
nice guy.
I asked him a fault. Yeah, exactly. This is his answer. I bought pagepierce.com
In
right
2011.
after she won her first Worlds, and it was
June
simply
24th.
to protect it so that no one else could buy it.
Good guy, Terry. Good
What
guy.
a guy.
Go Terry.
So there you go. That's the game, everybody. We texted people. Maybe we'll do it again. We'll text people again. But who do we know who won? I got 2 points out of there.
I
got 2
had
on the first
3
question.
for sure,
Well, where
and then
were
I-
the candidates
No,
again?
no one tracked. There was 9 questions.
I think I have
tracked, I
3 or
just forgot
4.
for a little
I think
bit.
I'll say 4.
We'll do it really quick here.
No.
Did you
Go
get
through
Gannon
the
Burr
names.
right?
I got
Go
2
through the
for
names.
Gannon.
Okay, I'm doing it.
1
Gannon
for
Burr,
Gannon.
Chris Dickerson,
2. Yep.
I got that one.
Nate Sexton,
I got that
Kale
one.
LaVisca. You didn't get that one, I don't
Didn't
think.
get that one.
Oh, so I have 3 points. Simon Lizotte,
Got that one.
Got that one.
I got
Dylan
that one,
Cease,
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Didn't get that one.
That was the only one.
Paul McBeth,
Got that one.
Calvin
What?
Heimburg, didn't.
Didn't.
Terry Miller didn't.
Didn't. So I have 4.
Okay, I got 3. You got,
I got
Nick.
5.
Nick got 5 because of that bonus
Oh,
point.
okay.
That would have tied you up,
Yeah.
so the
Yep.
bonus got you there. Perfect. All right, more fun to come. We're excited about tonight's episode. If you haven't, go check out disc golf pins and get a disc golf pin. People are buying them, getting them delivered, and they're putting them on their bags, tagging us, and then we love that.
They're
We appreciate the
swaggy.
support. Okay, you ready, Ben? You got this
Yep.
lined up?
You ready?
This has been a long time coming back again. This is, I told you, grassroots for Nick and Matt. This is nostalgia. This is us. We bring it back every year a few times, but in the beginning, we did it almost every episode for a while. So this is really, this is the vibe. Let's go ahead and hit the intro on this, Ben. Let's go.
Judge That Disc Golfer, the game show where you judge a disc golfer you've never met.
Oh, look at that. In all seriousness, so everyone doesn't wonder, we have never met this individual, never even seen them on camera before.
Nice C1D hat. Let's go.
It's light out.
Thanks, man. And the shirt, too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They'll be at the
Where am I from?
Expo.
Okay, so
Australia.
Let's do this. We do know a very little about you because you replied to our story on Instagram and said, I'd love to do it. I'm from Australia. So that's what we know.
Sick.
And so it's not Monday. It's not Monday evening. It's Tuesday, approximately what time?
10:15 in the morning.
Can you understand him?
Yeah, I just want him to. I'm not even going to talk this one. I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to listen to one accent.
Are we sure this isn't Tyler Brickley? Like what?
One, the accent is absolutely badass, and two, the picture of the kangaroo in the background. Like,
Perfect.
How do I get a copy of that? I want it.
I know, it just works out so well. I was like, I'm at work. I've got a kangaroo poster. It's like, it couldn't be better.
You're at work. What do you do for work? And it's cool that you're doing the Nick and Matt show, I assume, or I hope it is. You're not getting fired.
Nah, it's all good. I'm one of my jobs is a school counselor.
Wow. All right.
Damn.
Yeah.
So we're getting to know you already. We're going to maybe have a little harder time judging a school counselor. Okay. We could all try our accents and it would just be horrible. We'll just listen.
I would just have one question. Scale 1 to 10,
Sure.
Vegemite sandwich. How is it?
What would I give it? I would probably give it a 7
Okay.
or 6, but I'm more of a peanut butter type of person.
Ooh,
Got
me
it.
too. And I've never had a Vegemite sandwich. All right. So we know where you're from. What portion of Australia are you from?
So I'm from Brisbane on the East Coast.
East Coast.
So like kind of east and kind of middle on the coast. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're East Coast guys
last
too.
thing before we really get into this, one of my favorite videos on YouTube is when Steve Irwin goes and looks and finds the 10 deadliest snakes in the world, which I think all 10 of them are actually in Australia, right? Have you seen this video?
Probably.
Are you
I
around?
haven't seen it, but I can imagine.
Are you around any like really, really deadly snakes?
Oh, I try to avoid them as much as.
Probably smart.
But we had a glow round the other week. I wasn't there, but literally on next to one of the hole's tee pads was just a nice snake. I don't think it was super dangerous, but it was right there when they're playing a glow round. So
I'm not gonna lie, the last thing I'm doing in Australia is playing a glow round with all the spiders. Dude, with all the spiders, dude, I'm not getting drop kicked by a kangaroo in the middle of the dark.
Dude.
Like,
So introduce yourself, I guess, by name. I mean, we have Instagram here, but go ahead and introduce yourself. We know where you're from, but what's your name? How long have you been playing disc golf?
So my name's Josh Morrison. I am 25 and I started playing disc golf March, April of 2020. So
wow.
I guess technically a COVID disc golfer, playing for about 3 2/3 years now. So
wow.
Sick.
And by the way, we sit over here in the US and we watch shows about kangaroos, poisonous snakes, and spiders. Like I was just watching it the other day and I'm like, man, Australia is a scary place.
Another one of my favorite videos, 'cause I just see them all the time on YouTube or Facebook, but it's this dude driving down a road in the dark and then this kangaroo bounces out and literally bounces onto his car, smashes the windshield, bounces away, and the dude's like, what the dude, it's just a wild. I want to go to Australia so bad at like just to take that all.
Can you house us if we come down?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. I'll house you guys.
Other side
Please
of the
come.
world.
That'd be awesome.
We'll figure it out. That would be very cool. So
Nick and Matt show take on Australia.
Nobody shows up.
we gotta up our budget a little bit.
Yeah, we have 2 fans. Anyone looking to do sponsorships, we need about 10 grand. So.
No, more than that.
I know.
It's in that range.
I was being kind.
Yeah. All right.
Let's start out small, guys.
All right. So we heard a little bit here from you so far. We know where you're from. Are you a member of the PDGA?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What's your number? Do you know? Is it memorized or are you stuck?
It is memorized. I have a random skill for like memorizing random number digits.
Let's
So
go.
it's 143922.
149. Yeah, so that's
1439.
right at pandemic.
1439.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
143. Okay, yeah, 143. So that was right about the pandemic. So you kind of beat that bubble a little bit. Okay. Do you have a PDGA rating or just the number? Have you played event sanctioned?
Yes. Yeah. Played a lot of events.
Okay.
So you want to know my rating?
Yeah. Give us your rating. We know it's probably you're probably better than your rating, as we all are.
That's kind. It's probably pretty accurate. 949 rated.
He's nasty.
Decent.
Yeah, he's better than Ben.
Very
You
good.
are.
He's better than all three of you guys.
No, just Ben.
I was at like the best rating of my career or beginning of this year, like 952 or something, and then I just proceeded to bomb, and now I'm like
Yeah, you're better than your
925.
rating.
So,
I'm 925. Let's go.
all right.
Let's go, Ben.
So we know your rating. By the way, when did you find the Nick and Matt show? You've been listening since the pandemic or not too long after?
Yeah, it was pretty much, I would say, towards maybe the middle to end of 2020. I probably started tuning in then,
Dang.
and then ever since. Yeah,
That's our first like 30 or 40 episodes, realistically. Yeah, it'd be first
Really? Oh,
25 to
there you
30 episodes because we started COVID year of March, April.
Yeah, March of 2020.
2020?
So yeah.
What were your first
probably
thoughts when I joined the show? Were you happy, sad? Was it like
I loved it. You brought a great some flair
you.
and some
Some
spice to the
flair
show.
and some spice,
Thank you,
man.
thank you.
Intern Ben has made it.
Literally the
everything
one chip
nice.
challenge spice. There you go. All right.
That's the flavor.
Literally.
Okay.
Let's do a little judging.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So do you play tournaments and we know your rating. What's your best finish in which division? Do you have a win or do you know what your best finish is?
Yeah, so biggest win probably was the Australian champs last year. I won the MA2 division and then jumped up into MA1 this year and have been placing pretty much consistently second at most of the tournaments this year.
Oh, that guy. Is it the same guy that just keeps
Nasty.
winning?
Yes, pretty much. He's on fire. So he's moving up next year, so we'll see how that goes.
Good.
What did you say? He's on the flyer?
No, he's on fire.
Oh, he's on fire.
He's
I was
on
like,
fire,
the flyer?
sorry, yeah.
What saying is that? I feel like there's a saying that I've heard from an Australian, like,
Please don't say the shrimp on the Barbie.
no. It was like through a coworker situation. They traveled over and I was in Texas and they were in Texas for work and we were talking. And I feel like it was like, I would say in the US, like something, I'm pissed off. But is there any saying that you would say with the word piss in it, like piss on me, or like you're pissing on, you're pissing at me,
Like a wicked pisser Friday.
No,
That's
like
what we
like,
say.
It's like
What?
as in like no. I'm talking like, and another saying we'd say is like you're pulling my leg, like you're joking me. You're not like. Is there a saying that has that in it? You're
Not. I mean, I can't say I refer to it too often.
Hey, mate, piss on me.
no, you're not asking for it. Someone's gonna have to tell me if that's actually something because I remember he's taking the piss or something like that. Someone in the chat
Okay,
just said
that
it.
would be it. Yeah.
Oh, so
I
he
can't say
kinda-
I use that term much.
Okay.
But I people do use that. Yeah.
I remember being like, well, what are you asking for? Oh, taking the piss out of me. That's what he said. You're taking the piss out of me. And I was like, what am I doing? All right.
Yeah, you're British though.
Hey, British, Australian.
Very different.
You all know my accents are horrible. Okay. So AM1 second place. Nick's loving it. AM1 second
That was
place.
insane. We gotta say this. This is
This is
crazy.
classic. Okay. Second place in AM1's your best finish. On an average round, how many courses do you have in your area?
So there's two that are about 10 minutes from my house, and then there'd be another 3 or 4 within maybe an hour.
Okay. So you're
So-
regularly playing on 1 or 2 of the courses that are near you. Okay.
Yeah.
And on those courses, do you average under par or are you shooting par? Like obviously you have ups and downs, but like average.
I'd say average. One of the courses is definitely easier, and that's like you'd be hoping to go very low under par. And
Okay.
the other one, manage a couple under par. That'd be a pretty solid round.
Okay. You said you were 24.
25.
Yeah, 25.
25. It might be weird to ask a 25-year-old who your favorite player is, but let's go. Like, who's your favorite professional disc golfer, if you had to say?
Do Hunter and Trevor from Foundation count?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
They count.
Nah.
I guess
I
they're
said
pros.
professional, but
Yeah,
they're
good point.
professional.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Hunter, they both play MPO.
Okay.
No, I think I'd have
Well,
to
I've never
go
played with them.
in a more serious answer. I think big fan of Paul, Simon, and I like Brody and Ezra as well. Following their
YouTube's nice. Yeah.
practice rounds and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, there you go. The media that they pump out gets you the fans. That's just what it is. So, all right. What is a hobby besides disc golf that you enjoy doing? This is not a judge that disc golfer question. It's get to know you a little bit more outside of disc golf.
Yeah. Good question. Any sort of sport, really. I love playing touch football. I don't know if you guys play that over there in America.
Aussie
But
rules or US rules?
is there a difference?
All I hear is Aussie rules football, and I don't know what
Oh,
it
Aussie
is.
rules football. Okay, I don't play that one as much, but yeah, I love playing some sports, getting outside, going to the beach, adventuring outside, doing that sort of stuff, hanging out with friends,
Okay.
kind of that sort of stuff.
All right. So don't give me a number yet, but answer this. Have you ever measured the distance of your throw?
Yes.
And so you have. How did you measure it? Was it on flat ground? Like, explain the scenario where you measured this throw without
Flat
telling us how
ground.
far. Yeah, don't tell us how
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, flat ground, U-disc.
Okay, flat ground U-disc. This
So
is
at
very
70
important.
feet.
No.
Just kidding.
All right.
Pretty
So
much.
let's get to it then. You don't have to use your U-disc distance here. This is your answer, however you deem. And I know it always bothers Nick. He's like, "What is it? Is it actual? Is it the
Well,
farthest?"
yeah, are we
Like,
talking golf distance? Or are we talking max distance?
this is how
Stop
he
it, no.
interprets it. Yep. This question is how he interprets the
All right,
question, which is
all right.
how far can you throw a disc? And if you want to write it down to help yourself out, do it. Otherwise, just lock it away and let us know you're ready to go. You good?
Perfect. Yeah, locked in.
Locked in. I will
Locked
go.
in.
I'll go first with a 949. He's not throwing under 300. I'm going to go pretty quick here and say Udis gave him a 410. Nick,
445.
Ben,
470.
Ooh, I'm tempted to say like 20 feet further than Ben, but I'll say 425 plus or minus 9 feet.
whoa. Okay,
Can
so
we do that?
Because of
so
you
I
guys.
get
Taking
the
the
under.
disc
So
into
I
account.
get all the under of 410. That's really nice. Thank you guys. All right, here we go. What do you got?
Mm.
What do you got?
Yes. So my answer is kind of more like the consistent distance. I feel like if I
No,
see a
go
hole,
max.
I can
Go
throw
max.
that
Come on,
distance. So in meters, about 130, which is close to about
Oh.
426, 430 feet.
Wow. How did we?
Wait, give us-
How
yeah,
did we
we need-
actually
we need-
mess
yeah.
this up? We should have known that it was meters. We all guessed wrong. So what's the conversion here?
It's times 3.
So
right?
130 meters is 426
yards.
He said.
feet.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
yards
let's go.
times 3.
So I was close.
Congrats.
I guessed 137 meters. Not close enough.
Wait,
No, you guessed
You said
410 feet, right?
Yeah, which is how much?
And Evan was 425,
Yes.
and I was 445, and he was 429.
It's like 125 feet, 125 meters.
So who got it right? I'm still out of the loop here.
Evan,
that's
it sounds
me.
like
All right,
It
give him
sounds
the
like
point.
Evan did.
There
It
you
sounds
go.
like Evan.
We got to
Yeah.
convert. We got to convert
Oh.
things here. Oh, except disc golf actually does a lot in meters. So,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Should we go super old school with some of these? Maybe we will. We'll see how this goes. If your average disc golf round was described, now here's the fun part. I think candy is not universal. Some of it is, but not all of it is. So we're going to go ahead and give you some candy names, and you'll just go off the names. You may not know what they are, but here we go. And if you don't, that'd be fun to hear what candy you guys have. But describe your average disc golf round using candy names. Would you describe your average round with hot tamales, Rocky Road, Laffy Taffy, Mr. Goodbar, or Payday? So that's a lot of options, and you might not recognize all of those. How many of those are new to you?
Probably 3.
Okay,
2 or
okay.
3.
Okay. Well, don't tell us which ones, but I'll give it to you one more time. Your average round: hot tamales, Rocky Road, Laffy Taffy, Mr. Goodbar, or Payday. Let us know when you lock it in.
Yeah, I'm tossing up between a couple. I think
Don't say it out loud.
I'll
though.
lock it in.
All right.
You locked it
Yeah,
in.
I got it. Locked it in.
One more time, Matt. Just go through them one more
Hot
time.
tamales, Rocky Road, Laffy Taffy, Mr. Goodbar, or Payday.
All right, I'll start up. Laffy Taffy.
Okay, I'll go second. Goodbar, Mr. Goodbar.
Hot tamale.
Is that even Australian?
That's British. I'll go Laffy Taffy as well because that's definitely sold in Australia and it's the best.
Okay, so 2 Laffy Taffies, Mr. Goodbar, hot tamales. Did any of us get it right? What'd you go with, Josh?
So I was tossing up between Mr. Goodbar and Laffy Taffy, even though I don't have a clue what they are.
Please, Mr.
So
Goodbar.
sorry, Ben.
Please, Mr.
No.
Goodbar.
But I'm always having a good time and laughing with friends, so I'm going to go Laffy Taffy.
Oh, a good time.
Let's
I was
go.
so sure you were going Mr. Goodbar.
Evan, do you go Laffy
What am
Taffy?
us? Yeah, I went Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
Matt went good bars, so
Yeah.
he gets 0.
How did I get a
Oh,
point?
I thought you were celebrating. It looked like
I
you were
was
celebrating.
because he
He
said
thought he was.
he's like, I like to have a good time, and I'm like, Mr.
like,
Goodbar, yeah. Woo. And then he's like, Laffy Tap. I'm like, what?
Jack Bates.
Okay. If you were ready to hit the tour, I guess it could be the Australian or the Disc Golf Pro Tour, but the big time.
Mhm.
You're ready to hit it.
Mm.
What would you choose as your main sponsor? And this is not disc manufacturer. This is others. So here you go. Side note, the monetary value of the sponsorship is the same for each of these. So it's not one actually being valued monetarily more. You yourself might value them more, but it's not actually any different level. Okay. So they're going to pay your entry fees and enough for you to travel to each event, lodging, etc. They take care of you. So which brand do you choose? Nike, McDonald's, Red Bull, or Planet Fitness? What are we thinking?
ahead, Ben.
Are you locked in, Josh? Do you have a favorite there? All right.
All right.
Locked in.
All right. I'm gonna go with.
I am not locked in.
I think he likes Red Bull. I think he's a high flyer. I went the Australian lands, and he's adventurous. And Red Bull gives you wings. So Red Bull.
I feel like it's a little bit in my head, a little bit of stereotype hearing what you're saying, and I'm going, man, I can totally envision this.
He looks like he shreds the gnar.
See? This is what I'm
This
saying.
dude's snowboarding all summer long
Right.
because he's in Australia, and then skateboarding when he's not disc golfing.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
I'm
about to hit
judging here.
summer. Lucky duck.
Dude,
Mhm.
he's got a clean, like it's pretty clean. Like his shirt, I know it's disc golf, he's wearing it,
C1D.
but like I feel like Nike could be in that realm, like wanting to rep it. But I felt Red Bull before I was even like I was locked in on Red Bull. I'm saying, dang it, Red Bull. I'm saying, dang it, because me and Ben will be right.
What were the
Nike, McDonald's, Red Bull, Planet Fitness? But maybe he's like,
All right.
he didn't tell us
All
the
right.
exercise, but I think that could be his thing.
I'm going Planet Fitness.
I'm going
Fitness
Nike.
pizza in my mouth. What was it?
What? I'm going Nike.
So two for Red Bull, Planet Fitness. Not a McDonald's guy. We're thinking.
How's the McDonald's over there? I would imagine the menu might be a little different over there, but I don't know. He's like, I don't know
Yeah,
either.
it probably is. I'll rule that one out. I'm not a McDonald's person.
All right.
we'll-
Do they give you? So I've been over. I know.
Can you put the mic
Listen.
closer to your mouth, like you had it?
Oh, your mic? Yeah, there's
Yeah,
mine.
his.
There you
It
go.
just got quieter.
I have been, and I know I keep butchering the accent. So this is not me assuming that UK is at all like Australia. That's not what this is at all. But when I've traveled to UK and abroad in Europe, there was a time where they handed me a little fork for my, do you call them French fries? They handed me a fork, and that's how I would
Chips.
eat them. They did call them chips in the UK, but like, do you guys have little forks to eat? What do you call them? French fries?
I'll probably just fries or chips.
Fries or chips? And they don't give you little forks. Okay,
forks.
good. We have to explore Australia. We've got to explore.
We have to.
He's probably like, these
Love it,
guys
yeah.
are
It's on my
so
bucket list.
dumb.
We're so
No.
dumb. Yeah. So
If you can't come, you've got to at least find out about it, right? So,
yeah, I'm gonna keep
exactly.
asking if I can't
We're gonna,
travel.
I'm
Alright.
intrigued.
So
I'm a
what's-
curious
what's the
fellow.
Oh yeah,
answer?
yeah. So all right, yeah. Who gets
I know I'm
there?
right.
The answer is I'd have to go with Nike.
It was
Evan's on the freaking roll.
Man,
Dude,
I
they
talked
chatted
myself
before
out of it.
this.
I talked myself
They
out of it.
chatted.
Yeah.
They chatted before this.
He's like, Evan, I'm going to make you look good. All right.
Let's go.
I
I'm for
talked
it.
myself. Is it at all for the reasons I said? Like it's a clean, like elite brand. Is that kind of what you're thinking? Or you actually just like Nike?
I think it just, like I couldn't really make. I probably use that more than the other ones.
Okay.
Jim was a second close, but
All right. No Red Bull.
Well, see, if you
What's
took
the Red Bull like over
If you
there?
took Planet Fitness as your sponsorship, you might be throwing 445, 450.
Yup.
You know,
it's true.
Nike
that.
Nike ain't gonna make you throw further.
No.
Hey, look good, play good, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
He already has
Yeah.
he already has an apparel sponsorship. Doesn't even matter. So he's like, he already
That's
looks
true.
good.
All right. If you were to choose unfavorable, now this question's interesting. How much snow do you get in Australia?
Where I am, nothing.
Must
Okay.
be nice.
Have you ever
Yeah, they
played?
don't call it the California of Australia, excuse me, for nothing.
Whoa.
Austria.
99% sure that you've never played disc golf in snow, but let me ask, have you?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. It makes sense that you wouldn't
Good for
have. But now this is interesting because we don't know how he'll answer. That might be his preference as a dream. Like, I want to try that. So let's figure this out. Unfavorable weather for your next tournament round. What do you choose? Rain, and I always have to specify raining. And I don't know if the saying's the same universally, but dogs and cats, it is really coming down hard. It's hard to stay dry no matter umbrella or not. Everything's wet. Snow. And have you ever been in a snowy place
I have visited the snow a couple of times. Yeah.
in Australia?
Yeah.
Okay. And were you like trudging through like a foot of snow or like a half a meter or whatever you like?
I can imagine that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're talking like what's 6 inches when you're saying meters? Like
Maybe 1.25, 1.5 ish.
point.
Right?
Not meters. That'd be like.
Oh, we're talking 6 inches. I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, it'd be like
That'd be
point.
like
Yeah,
9,
points.
10 centimeters.
Whatever the calculation for the length of an average banana. I don't know. So there you go. And it's still snowing while you're playing. It's still coming down. Or do you choose wind? And the wind, and it's probably not miles per hour, is it? I got to come up with that now too. Hey Siri,
A lot of wind.
convert 20 miles an hour to kilometers per hour. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Why did it just do that? It just
Just ask
30,
him.
32 kilometers. Does that sound right? Okay.
Sure.
He doesn't
know
know
the
the
conversion.
baseline if he doesn't know miles per hour, which he might.
A lot of wind.
So yeah, a lot of wind.
We'll say a good amount of wind.
There
Not
you
a
go.
tornado,
This is a fun
but
segment.
Good amount of wind.
Yeah. Next time I should be prepared. What was I thinking? Okay. So you got it locked in. Your favorite, what you would choose is unfavorable. You're going out for your tournament this weekend, and you're like, man, I got to pick one of these bad ones.
So do you want to play in the snow, the wind, or the rain?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm locked in, even
Okay.
though he
I'll
isn't.
lock it in. I'll lock it in.
I'm locked.
We're locking in for you what we think
All
it
right.
is.
Matt, it's probably, is it up to you or Evan? Evan? It should be Evan actually
go.
now. Yeah.
I'm gonna say wind.
Are you choosing what
Yes,
you would
let's
pick,
go,
Evan,
Evan.
or are you choosing what you would pick?
No, I'm choosing him and his play style. Like wind, he can play in the wind.
All right,
It's what he favors the most.
Yeah, it's what he
Out of
wants to
that
play
bad
out of those
list.
three.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going rain. He's choosing rain. Nick,
I thought about going rain too, so I'm gonna go rain, and I bet you, yeah.
You know
I
what?
know it's always what we
I need
go
a
with.
point.
Yeah, you need to go opposite of me.
It doesn't
so, yeah.
snow much there, so like an inch of snow is not really going to affect them. It's better than rain. It's better than wind.
No, we didn't
But
say
we're
an
not
inch.
talking about an inch of snow.
6
We're talking
inches
like
and it's
6
still
to 8
snowing.
inches. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm going snow.
All right.
You want to play in the snow, right?
Is that what he chooses?
Right?
He's like, that'd be fun. What do you think? What's the answer, Josh?
So I would love to one time play in the snow, but it's not what I would choose. I'd have to go with wind.
I was going to go with wind, but I needed
Evan.
points.
Yeah.
Man.
How often does it rain where you are at during the summertime?
Yeah, in summer, it's not like it's constant every day, but
Okay.
there might be a couple of days or a week here and there where it's raining for a bit. But
Okay.
I do not like rain. I don't like any of them, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
I think I'd be too cold in the snow. I wouldn't handle the cold.
It
I'm
sucks.
from a warm place, so
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't cope in that.
Yeah.
And here I am. Honestly, it's either the wind or the snow. Depends on the type of snow. If it's really heavy, like kind of melting, I don't love that. If it's really light and fluffy, then I'm down for it. So, all right, here we go. How many putts would go in from the circle's edge if I gave you a stack of 10 putters? We don't need to convert this circle's edge 10 meters. This is not jump putts, step putts. This is standing still at the circle's edge, demonstrating balance. 10 putters. Do you have a number in your head?
Yep. Locked in.
Go ahead, Matt.
Now, are we able to guess the same as each other?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we used
Well, it
to
depends.
do over.
You don't
want to
guess. Well, I guess you're going first. So
I don't want to guess what Evan
can just
takes.
play
Evan, you go first because you're in the lead.
I got mine locked in.
What is it?
Well, I'm gonna guess what he thinks, not what I actually think. So 6.
Red.
I'm saying 7.
I was gonna say 6.
Oh, you're going with Evan.
Yeah, that's what I locked
He's
in.
going for second place.
No, it's what I locked in though.
Ben.
I'm being honest. It's what I locked
I was
in.
going to go
Falco?
7. I was
He's going
going
Bradley
7.
Williams.
What?
at
Steve Falco?
USDGC.
No, I was going 7
And-
regardless.
yeah.
I would have
2 sevens, 2 6s. He's going to go less than that, I'm guessing. No? What do you got, Josh?
It depends on how my putting's going that season, but my answer was 6.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
It's too easy, Evan says.
But honest opinion, I doubt you make 5. I think you make 4. Circle's
What?
edge.
Dang.
I'm saying it. That's my official judge.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Savage. Relax
Pulling
over there,
me out.
Evan.
For a trash putter,
God,
like
that was about
that
me.
is
He's
like
about to
some-
send you a video of him just banging 8
That
putts
is
in a
some
row,
harsh
missing the last
words.
2.
Ben, this is how I know is because I am a trash putter and I've come to realize it. And then I pay attention to other people, not you, just other people I play with. And they might think they're a good putter. But from circle's edge, that's a lot longer than people think. Making 5 out of 10, I think, is good.
All right.
Average disc golfer, that's good.
Yeah.
That'll do, my friends.
Yikes.
All right. So I have 0 points up there. So does Ben.
Give me a point, please.
You got one there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes, that's it.
that's right. You did.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more are left, but let's keep going. If you were to get a disc golf tattoo, which would it be? Single basket. Doink putt. The putter's hitting the front rim. That's what the picture is. Cartoon. Dude, does the Tasmanian devil come from Australia?
Isn't there a little island?
Come
right next to it?
on. This is the first.
I was
this
hoping
is a
you wouldn't
moment.
realize that. I was hoping you wouldn't realize it because I 100% am going to say
I was
Tasmanian devil.
locking.
I'm already locked in on
My
Tasmanian
head was like,
devil.
wait a minute. We've been doing this for
Yeah.
3 years. And I'm like, wait
Yeah.
a second. I was going to explain Tasmanian devil. And I'm like, wait a
I
minute.
only got an Australian.
Have you ever
Don't
seen one?
yeah.
Not in the wild, but like in
Okay.
like a zoo or an enclosure.
Yep.
All right. What about a Komodo
Does he
dragon?
go?
What?
Yeah, I could communicate with it. Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, the Tasmanian devil doing a 360 drive, or a disc golf phrase. Ooh, this would be fun. An Australian phrase of some sort, but grip it and rip it or death putt. The point is, it's something that you would write out as a phrase for disc golf. So, single basket, doink putt, Tasmanian devil, or disc golf phrase. You locking it in?
Yep, locked in.
Man, I'm struck. Well, can we ask before we lock in? Do you have any tattoos?
No tattoos.
Okay, so none.
currently.
Okay, all right. Evan, you go first because we have to play the game.
I'm not as excited as Nick, but I do think Tasmanian devil is the answer.
It's totally not the answer, but I'm just going with it. But Tasmanian devil,
I'm going with the 2.
my man.
It's between a phrase or a single basket. I want it to be a phrase, but I'm gonna go single basket. Ben.
Yeah, I'm not. Tasmanian Devil's too obvious. He's either gonna be a good guy or try and trick Nick and Evan. So I'm gonna go phrase.
So that was my option, guys. I think in the U.S. and I don't know. Do you have squirrels over there, like gray squirrels?
Not really.
Okay, I
don't
didn't think
no.
so. So
No.
It would be like if someone was like, "Do you want to get a squirrel?" throwing a 360, and we're like, "Bro, he's gonna pick the squirrel because they're from the U.S." Like it would be really weird.
Wait, actually?
Yes,
Well,
it would be
Looney
like,
Tunes like a Looney Tune.
yeah, it would be like
I'm
that.
imagining
So
it's the Looney Tune though, right?
yeah, it is. But I can't
It's
imagine
the
him being
size of a
like,
squirrel.
no, well,
What?
no, but I'm saying the commonality, like maybe, is like that. It's like
okay.
we're
I
not-
see.
Anyways, maybe it's
All right,
a
sorry,
fox
I
or
don't
something.
know.
But okay, what's the answer, Josh? Oh wait, did we lock it in? We didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Yes, I'm all over the board. What's the answer?
Yep. Congratulations, Matt. It is a single basket.
Boom!
Oh,
Finally,
there you go.
1 point.
I was gonna go with that, but I wanted a point again.
Yeah.
Well, you could have got one with me. We
I
could have
know,
been
I
tied,
should've.
but
I'm
now you're at the
washed.
bottom.
Yeah, Evan's washed. Finally missed one. He's washed.
Okay.
Heat check didn't go for me.
Let's see. There's no tiebreaker needed. Yeah, there's the do. If let's do this anyways though. How many aces do you have? So don't answer, but in 3 years' time, he's thrown a few shots. How many
No
aces?
funsies.
Yeah, oh, that's true. We should
No
probably specify this
funsies.
one.
First shot on the tee pad.
First shot.
No 80-foot holes. I'm just kidding. Evan's campground.
I'm locked in.
Evan, do you want to start again since you're,
Yeah, I mean, this dude.
If you
said
get it
he had-
exactly right, you get 5 points.
whoa.
Oh my goodness. He said he had an easy course and a hard course around him, and you play the easy course often enough that I think you get 6, 2 a year. Actually, it's on your
Nick
fourth
wanted to
year,
say
so I didn't have the
6.
I
math
did.
right, but 6. You can still say it.
Nope. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say he has 2.
I'm gonna say
That's
1,
a long way from 6.
1, and Ben.
I'm gonna go 3. He has 3, 1 a year.
Schwebby in the chat is saying 6, and it's kind of hard to go against Schwebby.
True. Okay. What's the answer, man?
If we're talking, first shot aces, I've got 3.
Yes.
You said 3?
Ooh.
Yes.
You just tied Evan.
Let's go.
How does that make you feel? Participation
and-
throwers there, Evan.
Let's
Right?
go.
Throwing them around.
All right. Where's
Next
the
point
last
wins
one?
in a blowout.
Last one here. You
Let's-
guys have a tiebreaker.
Let's go.
He got it exactly right. That's actually impressive, I think, but
Let's go.
it's lucky. more
1 a
than
year. I
anything.
told you it was 1 a year.
All right.
He's
Here
on
we
his
go.
4th year.
Evan
I did the
and
math.
Ben are
Let's
in
go.
on the last one here. Which band best describes your most recent tournament performance? I don't know how long. When was that? This year?
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was maybe end of September, so about a month ago.
Okay. And
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to ask anymore. But describe your most recent tournament performance using a band name. Here are your bands to choose from. So think of that performance.
Mhm.
Evan and Ben. Was it Red Hot Chili Peppers? Was it Disturbed? Was it Fall Out Boy? No Doubt. We'll just stick with those. There's a whole bunch of other ones we could use, but we'll stick with those. We'll stop
Journey.
now.
Do you know any of those
That's
bands?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have at least heard of them before.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Disturbed, Fall Out Boy, or No Doubt? All right.
I got
he's-
mine locked in.
he's
I'm
Ben.
locked in.
All
You
right.
scared?
What?
If neither of you get it right, me and Nick are back at. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
we'll just end it and give it to Evan. But let's see what happened. All right, what do you got?
I'm going Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out
1,
Boy
great
for Evan.
band.
Yes.
2, the actual
Evan's
disc golf
been
part of that.
picking on his putts and now his tournament
I'm
performance.
going Disturbed.
Disturbed. Both okay. They're both considering that your tournament round wasn't that great. But what
I
do
feel
you?
like you're a humble guy and you wouldn't flex on us like that.
All right. He said he hit 6 putts from Circle's Edge. That's pretty good. It's not flexing though. All right, Josh, what do you
What
got?
happened on the other 4?
What do you think, Josh?
I believe No Doubt was one of the answers.
Yes.
That's what I would have gone for.
Oh, that's what I was going to
No
pick.
doubt.
Actually. Should have been worth 5 points
Nice.
again.
Evan.
No Doubt, that's the one.
Evan wins the game. Congrats, Evan.
Darn.
And Josh,
Have it.
It is fantastic to chat with someone on the other side, literally, of the world. This is pretty
Laying
cool.
down
We
under.
appreciate the fact that you've listened for so long.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What are the shipping costs between the US
Yeah.
to Australia? Like if I'm to ship something over to you, like how do you know how much that would run me?
Unfortunately, I do know how much because I buy too much stuff from the US and it costs an arm and a leg. Like the cheapest shipping for like a disc might be 17 to 19 Australian dollars, which is more in US dollars.
Okay.
So
$20.
All right.
Wow.
You'll have to, if you have
Yeah.
our Instagram, send us your address. I want to send over because this
Yeah.
is just cool. The whole experience of it was really awesome. You're a cool guy to meet. I want to send you over a couple discs.
Wow,
So,
there you
appreciate
go.
that.
yeah.
It's been a real pleasure. And if I can do a quick shout out, if that's
Absolutely.
okay.
Yep.
Obviously Circle One, Ben, they're at the Northeast Disc Golf Expo.
You know about it? Yes, sir.
I think one of, except for US and Canada, one of the only outside of that people another country who's sponsored by them. So that's really cool.
I will see you
And-
at the expo.
I'll see.
You got plane tickets for me. And also feel free to check out my YouTube channel as well, Josh Morrison Disc Golf, if I can plug that as well.
Absolutely.
It's just following my disc
No,
golf
you
journey
can't.
and-
Oh, take it back. Take it back. You can't. Josh Morrison, what?
Sorry.
No, disc golf. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to go sub to
but
him
yeah,
right now.
Josh, I hope
appreciate
your
it, guys.
last tournament was no doubt. You literally beat one other guy. Come on now.
Yeah,
He
that's
just
right.
looked you
That's
up.
right. That's why I knew it was no doubt, man. I knew it.
No doubt. Awesome.
That was actually sorry, just on that, Ben. That was an interesting tournament because we actually play 2 rounds, but everyone plays at their local courses around Australia, and then your average rating across the 2 rounds gets compared to everyone
What?
around Australia. So it's like an overall Australian champion.
Mm.
Yeah, it's one thing it's a tournament that happens once every
It's
year.
like a
So-
global.
crazy.
It's like the women's global or other master globe. Like they do the ratings
Yeah.
compared. Yeah, that's cool.
But the
Yeah.
MPO
So
winner
I
won
was technically
24
second
bucks.
out of Australia.
Sick.
It's
Very,
more for the fun of it.
very
Yeah, Ben.
cool. We have made a friend. You're obviously a friend of the show, but feel free to reach out anytime, and we'll give you preference. I'm sure.
To everyone in our chat, go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well.
Blow it up.
Sir.
Appreciate it, guys.
All
I
right.
can be your foreign correspondent here in Australia.
Absolutely. We'll
Yeah.
send you out on jobs when they tour makes it over there.
And
one
we're
day
coming
again.
down one day.
One day.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start putting $50 aside. per week.
Imagine the chaos that would ensue. We're just walking around, shrimp on the bobby, and we're like saying all this stupid stuff. Like it would just, people would be like, "Go back, please go back."
Yeah, please leave our country.
We would have a blast. But thank you so much for coming on and spending your time here. I hope you still have a job there when you get out. They're like, what were you doing?
Yeah,
But
there's
no.
like 7
Yeah.
kids like, I need counseling. They're like, hold
They're
on.
at the door right now.
All right, man. We'll
yeah.
talk to you later. Thanks so much, Ben. You
It's
can
been a
close
pleasure,
this
guys.
out.
Thanks so
See you,
much.
Josh.
Evan,
Yeah,
Ben,
man.
Matt, Nick, you're all awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
awesome.
thank you.
What a guy.
Boom.
Take it
All
easy,
right.
man.
Guys, that was a long time coming.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. That was really fun. It's been a while since we've done it,
Yeah.
so I hope you all enjoyed that. In closeout segment,
Yeah, I was gonna say we haven't really talked about disc golf much tonight, guys.
nope, this is an
It's
off.
okay.
This
It's,
is an off. night.
it's an off season.
Here we go. We're still moving on. It's all disc golf related.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's off season, man. No one wants to talk about anything serious anymore.
Speculations only.
They're like, when
yeah.
we hear news that's worth actually talking about, it's coming. In fact, I think, cross my fingers, we actually have some big interviews coming up this season. That's my guess.
Ooh.
I'm just
News to
saying.
me.
Yeah, well, not really news to you. We've talked a little bit, but pretty sure.
Okay, maybe I just forget.
Yeah, you
But cool.
forget. Yeah, cool.
Sick.
All right, so stay tuned, everybody. But here we go. Next game. We're closing it out this way.
Love these games.
This one, I will be amazed if people get these right out of the box. Like, perfect. If you're in the chat, it's very easy to cheat. Don't cheat. Okay. All right.
Cheaters never win.
That's right. So pull out
They always win.
your phone or something else, a notepad if you can do that, because I want you to write your answer down because it's
Okay.
gonna really kind of require it in some ways. You could type it on your computer, Evan. I just need you to be able to read off what you typed and like.
Oh, can I type it on mine?
You can type it too,
Okay.
as long as you read off like this is what I wrote, because it's pretty specific. But there's a way for everybody to play, even if you're not perfectly specific. So here's how we do it. This is called Guess the Social Media Username.
So cool. Great game.
So what we're going to do is match usernames to players.
Mhm.
If I say a name like Kale LaVisca, now he's not like big time social media, but if you think of his Instagram username, you're probably like, what? Like, what is it? Okay. So we're going to play this game where I say a name like that, and you write down what you think their username is. Now, if you do not know it, that is
Instagram,
absolutely
correct?
Yes, Instagram username. If you do not know it, that's cool. Like, you're still playing the game. That's like a bonus point. Like, if you get it perfectly written down, then you're getting bonus. But what will follow that is me reading off a list of 3 usernames, and you pick which one is theirs. So it's easy in that sense. You don't have to get it right, but I want you to write it down first because you have the chance of nailing it. And if you're that good or that much on Instagram, then you should deserve some points. All right, ready to play along? Here's how the first one goes. Haley King. Does anything come to mind?
Not gonna lie, I 100%, 98, I think. When you said this, I was like, I don't know any handles except for like 2.
And this is
Haley
one of
King's
them.
one of them.
Okay, so write it down
So-
real quick.
If I get this wrong,
Or
bad, so.
if you say you're locked in on it right away and just say it out loud, that's fine too. But I need you to lock it in. Locked in?
and now I'm doubting everything. So I just
I think
Are you
got it.
typing it?
Yeah,
Or are you
I'm
not writing
locked in.
anything?
No, I got it written down.
Everyone type something.
Locked.
Perfect. So here's your options. Everyone's fingers off because now you get your options. Is it Haley King 33? Is it King Haley 33? Or is it Haley King _?
Mhm.
People right now at home, their work or wherever, they're like, they're
So do I
punching it
change
in.
my
the-
answer now?
You can change it. Yeah, like don't write it down. You're gonna
Yeah.
actually pick which one you think it is.
Okay.
But if somehow you actually guessed it perfect and you're able to hold it up for me after
Yeah.
and say like, I get it right and I got it right, that's 2 points.
Gotcha.
All right, you decide what you want,
Yeah,
Ben.
yeah.
What do you got? What are you picking?
So I guess Haley _King 33. So I was close, but I went with King Haley 33.
Okay, Evan, what are you going with?
I went with King Haley 33, and that was my initial guess.
Okay, you
Jeez.
guessed
So I'm
it.
feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good, Nick.
I said Haley King 13.
13.
And then, so I would assume my closest would be Haley King 33.
Okay, the answer is da-da-dun. It's King Haley 33.
No kidding.
All 3 of you
Let's
got it
go.
right.
No,
My reign
I did
ends. No, Nick did
What
not.
did you say?
I said Haley King.
Oh, Haley
33.
King 33.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one right. But Evan got both.
Evan got 2 points. So
Yeah, so I get like the 10 point
he's a
bonus. plus
winner
the single
tonight.
point.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
did King _Haley 33 and I switched it.
You did Haley _King.
No,
That's
well,
what you
yeah,
said.
before I
Yeah.
did the King Haley and I was like, wait, it might be the other way around. But either way, I would have got wrong.
I promise you, like, I would be surprised. There's one other player who I think I
this
could
is
get, and
tough.
that's it.
It's tough, but if you knew it, you deserve the points like you did, Evan. So here we go. Number
Sure
2,
do.
Ben Calloway. I'm giving you a second or 2 here to write down what you think. There's a lot of username options people could choose. What are you writing down? Just type something up. Don't take too long here.
I'm
Just a
done.
guess. Because when I get to it, you're going to read it off if it's the same. Here's your options. Everyone got their guess down?
Yeah.
All right, hands off. Your options are Benjamin Calloway DG. You have Ben Calloway DG. And then you have Callaway Disc. All right, let's
All right,
get
I'll
right to
start.
it. Nick,
I wrote Callaway _disc
Okay.
_golf.
okay. It's not one of the options.
I would say Callaway disc.
Callaway Disc, Evan.
I originally went Ben Calloway disc golf written out, and I'm like, dang it, because I think it's Ben Calloway DG, and that's my guess.
Okay, Ben Callaway DG.
I went B Callaway _ I'm going Ben Callaway DG.
You're going Ben Callaway DG.
Yeah.
Benjamin Callaway DG for Evan, and Nick
No,
said
no,
Callaway Disc.
I'm going regular Ben, no jamming.
You didn't change it?
Did I-
That's what you chose?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
So-
said he
Yeah.
wrote out disc golf completely. Is
Okay.
what he meant.
Yeah,
So-
not Benjamin completely.
Okay, so here's the answer. His username, if you go look right now, is Benjamin Callaway
No.
DG.
No kidding.
Yep.
Benjamin.
Point for me.
He's a
Thanks,
Benjamin
Matt, for
guy.
thinking I was right. But
Yeah, I was like, I thought you
honor
picked that.
system rule.
Okay, here we
I
go.
love this
Number
game.
3,
Best game ever.
Calvin Heimburg. Calvin Heimburg's username. Write it down. Calvin
I got this
Heimburg.
one. I got this one, I think.
I
think.
I got it. I think.
Good.
All right.
I actually think I have this one too, but I don't know.
It's
Isn't
surprising
there
what
a
it
fake
recalls.
one?
So I'm not putting these on screen because your brain recognizes visually so much quicker. So if you were to see it, you'd know for sure. So I figure just recall it by sound. So here we go. Is it the real Heimburg? Is it Heimburg? Is it Calvin _ Heimburg? Yeah. Do I have any tells?
I'll go first.
Dang it.
What'd you write down?
I wrote Heimburg. So
Okay.
not Heimburg, Berg, B-U-R-G. So I don't know if that's going to be
Okay.
huge. There's obviously a difference.
We'll see, because
I wrote
it
Heimburg.
comes in a few different ways here. So
Yeah.
we'll see when you're right, if that matters. Evan?
I wrote down Heimburg, but now I
Heimburg.
kind of want to bite, and I chose to switch to the real Heimburg. But now I'm second guessing after I locked it in that that's the fake one. But I already locked in, so I'm sticking.
That is
What
the
are
fake
you
I'm
one.
sticking
sticking with?
bonus points for
That
getting
is
it
the
right.
fake one.
What are
I
you
gotta-
sticking with?
No!
Wait, what are you sticking
I-
with?
The real
to be
Heimburg.
truthful to the game, I locked in the real Heimburg.
So
I forgot.
okay,
I forgot.
you
we're picking
wrote down
initial-
Heimburg, but now you
Yes.
chose the. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Bet.
I wrote down Heimburg _, and then I went with Heimburg.
I forget what were the options. I keep forgetting. You have
Heimburg?
to choose one.
The real Heimburg, Calvin Heimburg, or _ Heimburg.
Okay, so Heimburg would be. I wrote Heimburg. I want Heimburg.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Dang. it.
Okay,
I can't believe I put an _.
so here's the fun. Evan gets a point because he said Heimburg, but he didn't guess the right one.
No,
Nick wrote it wrong, but you guys get to decide.
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
No,
that's
I wrote
wrong.
it.
It's like-
I wrote it wrong.
Okay.
but I picked
Yeah.
the second one.
Yes,
he
but then
gets
he
1
got that
point.
point.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so now you keep track of your points. That
I
last
have
time we
one.
didn't do it.
No, I have two.
I have 1 point.
Here we go.
Wait, so what do we get for initially writing it down?
A point.
What
You
kind of
get one,
points?
but it's just an extra bonus point.
Okay,
So
okay,
you
I
got
see.
that right. Okay, so you should have like 3 or something. Here we go.
Yep, I have 3.
Okay, here we go. Gannon Burr. Gannon Burr. Is it Gannon?
Whoa, I'm not locked in.
We gotta lock in first.
Oh, well, now don't be led astray by mine because I put wrong ones in there.
I need like 8 more seconds.
I'm glad you stopped me. I'm just getting right into the multiple choice.
This is the easiest one for me.
Because Ben 100% knows this because he DMs him like every day.
He
That's
lays
not
in
true.
bed at night.
I 100% know this because
Gannon
I
Burr.
made him change
goes
it to
through-
this.
He goes through.
Fun fact.
He looks
I
to
made
see.
him. I made him change his Instagram username to this. So I'm the
Come
reason it's this.
on.
I'm not even kidding. I told
All
him.
right, all right. I'm locked in. Have no clue.
Let's
Nick?
go. I know.
Yeah,
this
I'm
one.
locked in. Sorry.
Everyone's locked in.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it Gannon Burr, as you would spell it, 06? Is it Gannon _ Burr? Is it Burr _ ice cold?
So it was. I don't need the exactness, but the first one was like Gannon Burr 06. The next one
Yes.
was Gannon
Gannon
_ Burr.
_ Burr, and then
Okay.
Burr _ ice cold.
All right. Yeah.
I have Gannon _ Burr.
That's what you wrote.
yeah.
You wrote
And
down
that's what I'm
Gannon
choosing
_ Burr, and you're
as
choosing
well.
that. Evan,
All
what'd you
right, I
write
did
down?
Gannon Burr _ but I'm going to guess Gannon _ Burr.
Okay.
All right. I wrote down Gannon _ Burr and guess Gannon _ Burr. I can tell the
Yeah, what a-
story. He was Gannon _ Burr _ DG. I told him, bro, Gannon Burr, the name is available on Instagram for marketability. It just makes sense to go Gannon Burr. And then he told me, well, Paul McBeth is Paul _ McBeth. So I'm just going to do Gannon _ Burr. And that's how he did it. Literally, I'm the reason he changed it.
I'm the reason.
For marketability, because the _ DG, I was like, too much. Just like marketability, just Gannon Burr. Like,
Yeah. So then, why do you have too much? You have an extra S in your
because
name.
it's taken. That's the
Oh,
thing.
All right. So the answer is Gannon _ Burr.
So I got
So
2 points.
2
on that.
points. 2 points.
So I'm at 3.
Evan got
Yeah.
1.
Ben being a nerd and knowing it got the same as
Dude,
Nick.
how is that a nerd? I made him change it. Like, I'm the reason.
All right. Here we go. Missy Gannon.
I didn't make him change it. I suggest.
Missy Gannon. Write down her Instagram username. Missy Gannon. I'm looking.
Legally feel confident. I
The
think.
chat is Heimburg.
This is tough.
Heimburg.
I'm
He is
locked
the
in.
board. Gangborg. Gannon. Bangborg. What? There's-
Burr.
All right. That was the chat. You
I'm
wrote
locked
something
in
down?
for Missy Gannon.
Ben, you're locked
I'm
in?
locked in.
Nick? Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you write down? No, I don't need to ask that yet. Your options are Missy 0528, Missy _ disc golf, or Missy disc golf 07.
Damn, I was way off.
Yeah.
I wrote Missy Gannon
That was close,
DG,
but-
but I'm gonna go with this. What'd you
said-
say? What was the second one?
I'll say them again.
Are you guys locked in first?
Missy 0528, Missy _ disc golf. Missy disc golf 07.
I'm going with Missy _ disc golf.
Likewise.
I wrote down Missy _ disc golf, and I'm going with it.
What'd you write down, Evan?
I wrote down Missy disc golf no underscore.
Okay. Nick?
I wrote Missy Gannon DG.
Okay. So Ben gets 2 points. Again, it is Missy _ disc golf. I think
just
each of you
observing.
got 1 point besides.
So I'm at 4.
You live on it, watching form
I
and
love
videos.
disc golf.
This
That's
is
all
you-
I can say.
The disc golf pro
I love
tour
disc golf
standings,
more than
that's me.
Sat Mando.
Oh, her username just
you
updated. Big
should.
Money Missy.
Missy _ disc golf.
All right, here we go. Aaron Gossage. Is it? No, I'm not going to give it to you yet. Write it down. What do you think? Aaron Gossage.
This is supposed to be a goose.
If I get this one
A
right,
goose
then
call.
I'm just like, I'm amazed.
I am amazed. All right, did you write it down, boys?
Hold on. I'm changing it. All right. I think I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
The options are Gossage _ disc golf, Aaron _ Gossage, or Aaron _ Gossage disc golf.
Oh, I don't know.
All right.
Ah.
Can you?
I'm locked in.
one
I'm
more
locked
time?
in. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in, but
Gossage _ disc golf, Aaron _ Gossage, or Aaron _ Gossage disc golf.
okay. So I wrote Aaron _ Gossage _ DG, and I want C, the last one. Aaron _ Gossage
Whoa.
disc golf.
Nick, I
Or
wrote the
DG.
same exact guess.
Really?
And I
What?
have the same exact.
Yeah.
Aaron _ Gossage _ DG.
Wow.
No, wait. Well, I had a lowercase
Okay.
a as the
Crazy.
first
Well,
A.
everything's
But-
lowercase
What'd
on
you write?
Instagram.
Aaron _
Okay.
Gossage
Everything's,
disc golf.
everything's
You
lowercase.
wrote that down?
No. That's what
What'd
I'm
you write down?
I wrote a Gossage _ 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. Imagine you got
So-
that right.
That's why I was
Yeah.
like,
We all have the same guess.
All guessed
It was in
that.
the-
Okay.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Josh. He came into the chat, just said, thanks for having me on, guys. Thank you, Josh, for tuning in and also coming on. It was an absolute blast.
It really was. All right. So Aaron Gossage, the answer is, so you're only all eligible for 1 point here, and you all got it. It's Aaron _ Gossage disc golf.
Damn.
The only thing I remembered was
Wait,
it had
DG or disc
underscores,
golf?
Disc
and it was
golf.
Really?
way too long.
Wow.
It is really
But
fun.
not way too long. It just has disc golf.
Yeah.
It just felt long, not way too
Yeah.
long.
All right. Here we go. We have, we got a good list left here.
dude, I love this
Let's
game.
just keep
though.
going. All right. James Proctor.
Oh.
Oh boy. I got mine locked in.
Locked in.
I have no clue.
They're thinking
but I'm
about
going
it.
with the strategy.
If you don't know
I'm
it,
locked
just
in.
default to don't know it. But all right, your options
Well, I'm
are
gonna guess.
yeah, you might as well guess. The options are James _ Proctor _ James _ Proctor, or Proctor _ disc golf.
Ready?
I'm
I
locked.
got mine. I'm
Ready.
locked.
I wrote James _ Proctor DG, but it's C, the last one, Proctor _
disc golf.
disc golf.
All right, Evan.
I wrote James _ Proctor.
You got two
So-
underscores in there.
But my guess now is James _ Proctor _
Wow.
I went
That-
with J Proctor the Worm. I just came up
Nice.
with something, and I went with James _ Proctor _
Okay, I kind of missed here a little bit, but I think the answer is you and Evan both got it right. It's James _ Proctor
Yes.
_
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
I had
impressed.
all the right
I am
characters.
impressed that you got both underscores, Evan. That's incredible.
Yeah. Well, I had that. I was waiting for that. I'm like, there's people who have double underscores, and it's like hard to remember.
Okay.
So I was just gonna pull it out at some point. And James Proctor felt like the one, and it was close.
All right, here we go. Chris Clemens.
Oh,
Chris Clemens. Instagram
nice.
username. Ding, ding, ding.
I would never have guessed I know any of these.
I'm
now
impressed.
I'm like, I think I know
I,
this.
Yeah.
I kind of know this one.
It's incredible. You guys are doing great. All right. You wrote something down.
I already wrote, yeah.
You just keep adding to it. It's getting
No,
longer and
I
longer.
already wrote.
Okay.
I pretty much knew it.
All right. Is it DG Clemonade? Is it DG_Clemens? Is it Clemonade DG?
I think
Wait,
it's
I think you're
neither of
wrong.
those.
Yeah, I think you're wrong, Matt.
You think I didn't list the right
I
one?
think you-
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
you
you're wrong. Wait,
assumed
wait, let's see
something.
what Nick writes. Let's see what Nick has first.
So I wrote DD Clemonade.
Okay,
Okay,
we're all
we
on the
all
same
did.
page.
We all wrote it then.
I wrote DD Clemonade. No,
Me
no
too.
underscores, nothing else.
You wrote DD?
Yeah, it's DD.
Yeah.
All right, boys. You wrote that down, and that you're guessing that I'm giving you none of the options.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
guessing DD Clemonade.
I'm assuming Nick's going with us, but he
With
guessed what we all think is the right one.
Yeah, I wrote DD Clemonade.
You think it's none of those, though. You think Matt's wrong.
I think Matt's wrong.
He has
Yeah.
27.8 thousand followers, and his
for him.
username handle is DG Clemonade.
What?
Dang.
No, it's
Wait.
not.
Wait,
Hold on.
that's
What?
new.
Yeah, that is new.
Wow, we just broke the news.
Wait, wait. Does that mean he's leaving dynamic discs?
He had him
Yeah.
in his bio still.
This moment. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, it does.
No, yeah, because I just looked it up. It's DD Clemonade. I click on it and it says this page
Oh.
isn't available.
Dude, the
We
link
got
tree.
bamboozled.
The link tree does have DD.
It
Clemonade.
was DD Clemonade. We got bamboozled.
Dude, there's big news coming.
He's not gonna be on
Ooh.
Disney.
In fact-
yo, did we discover something?
Wait a second.
Did we just
Think about
discover
this
something?
too. Think about
That's
this.
crazy.
He had a pretty good year for himself. I would feel like when I look
Yeah.
back at him, maybe it's the move.
No, we're investigating reporters.
What?
It's no longer DD. He changed it to DG.
Yikes!
That's crazy.
So there you go.
So we didn't get it right.
No.
Ben, clip it.
Yeah.
You got to click
Post
this
it
segment
immediately.
and post it tonight.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I want to shock
Chris
the world.
Clemens is on the move.
Because wasn't he one of the guys who
officially.
kind of like him and Jordan Castro? Weren't they two of
Yep.
the people who were like on Reddit talking
So we're
about the
gonna
Simon
leak him
move?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right,
Oh,
here
yeah.
we go.
We don't know where.
Yankees 23. I know that, right?
What
Something
is
like that.
What is that?
His Reddit name?
Oh, I have no idea.
Here we go.
I have no
We
idea.
still have a
That
handful
sounds
to go.
right. I don't know how I know these, but go ahead. Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh my goodness!" in the chat. We figured it out.
we figured it out.
All right, that was fun. All right, Simon Lizotte. Is it?
Wait.
Goodness, guys.
We gotta write it.
I know. I just had to get your brain to go to that edge where you're like, "Is it?"
I know this one.
Boom. Did you make him choose this one?
No.
Imagine you had multiple stories.
No,
Just
it's not that. It's
Gannon.
not that.
I wish Gannon just did the Gannon Burr no underscore, but he said Paul McBeth does it.
You guys are all going to know this, and I don't know this right
All
now.
right, lock it in.
I don't.
Well, you'll
100%
know it when I say it out loud.
I'm going basic with this one.
in.
Is it?
Lock it in, Evan.
Okay, it's done. It's done. I'm not touching.
Is it Simon_Lizotte, or some would say Lizotti? Is it Lizotte Disc Golf, or is it Simon Lizotte 03?
I wouldn't
Wait,
have had it right.
I said Lizotte Disc Golf because I read the DG in my head. Lizotte DG. Sorry.
I wrote Simon_Lizotte.
Yo también.
And is that what you're picking,
Yeah.
Me
Evan?
too.
I wrote Simon Lizotte without an underscore,
Okay.
so not one of the options, but I'm going to guess the one with an underscore.
Okay.
The first one.
Same.
Yeah,
What'd you
I
write?
wrote Simon underscore Lizotte, and then
It is Simon_Lizotte.
I'm at 7 now.
that's probably another
I
thing
don't
that
think I've got
influenced
one right in a
Gannon.
hot
So
minute,
many name underscore
Is
name.
YouTube? Is this YouTube with disc golf? Like that's what I was kind of thinking in my head. I was like, I initially wrote Lizotte disc golf, but then I'm like, I
Isn't
think
it
it's
just Simon
Lizotte.
Lizotte? It might not even be disc golf in YouTube.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we don't have to worry about
Clemonade,
it.
That's crazy.
Anthony Barella. Dun, dun, dun.
Anthony Barella.
Yo, Anthony
Simon
Barella needs to
Lizotte
be.
has a username on YouTube. You ready? You would never guess this. It's at Simon Lizotte 5274. If you're ever curious, there's your fun fact. But his channel's called Simon Lizotte.
AB needs to like be a total G and buy out the Instagram handle for just AB. That's it. Like you know how like
That'd be
pro
sick.
football players will just be like something super simple.
Antonio
It's like,
Brown.
How'd they get that? Yeah, AB would do that.
Do you
So
think?
get it before AB
You can
does.
pay for it, yeah, or you can just get
Let me
lucky.
see if it's even. Nothing.
So it's not available.
No, I just looked. It's Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
Oh,
knew it was
shoot,
Antonio
it is-
Brown. I knew
it is
it. I was like,
Antonio
that's
Brown.
Antonio Brown.
He ain't buying that. So
Yeah.
He has like 17
I haven't
million
thought about
subs.
this yet, sorry.
ABDG though. Ooh.
ABDG.
ABDG.
All right. What'd you guys write down?
I'm stumped. Hold on.
Five,
I'm connected.
four,
I'm plugged in.
3, 2, 1.
I
You got
don't
it?
know.
Only real
I
friends
wrote
know their
something.
username
All right.
handle. All right. What the options are? Uh-oh. I didn't say which one the right answer is here, but let's see. Anthony Barella 1 so 11. Anthony Barella 11. Anthony _ Barella or Barella DG 1.
I wrote Anthony Barella, and I'm pretty sure it's Anthony Barella 1.
I wrote Anthony
Oh.
_ Barella 1. I
Man,
keep
y'all are
getting
nerds.
I keep getting
I just-
cursed with the underscores.
I wrote Barella. Just that's it.
Okay.
Which, isn't there a song about that Barella? And
Under-
I'm choosing the
Umbrella.
one.
What?
It's not Barella. Well, never mind.
Umbrella.
All right. What'd you guess?
I'm going 1.
I'm going 1-1.
Well,
as
there's
well.
two 1-1s here. Is it Anthony Barella 1 or
All
Barella
together, yeah.
DG 1?
Anthony Barella.
Oh, Anthony
1-1.
Barella 1-1.
Okay.
I didn't even get to that one because I knew it was not it.
Anthony Barella 1 is the correct answer.
I almost got it. Cursed underscore with chime board.
We have
too.
5 left. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
I love this game.
Yeah.
Jeremy Coling.
Oh, I got this one. I think.
Here's your timer, just to put the pressure on.
Oh, maybe I don't. Oh.
Ben's in pain. All right. Timer's up. What'd you write down? No, don't tell me. Here we go. Your options are Big Germ Coling, Big Germ DG, Big Germ 21467.
Yeah. All right.
This is tough.
I wrote Big Germ with 2 M's, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Big Germ DG one.
Okay, Evan.
I wrote big _ germ, but I'm going to guess the big germ Coling one, the first option.
Okay.
Yeah, this one was a hard one for me. I guess Big Germ DG.
What'd you write down, though?
Big Germ DG.
Okay. The answer is Big Germ DG.
I did an underscore DG.
Dang.
That's why I was in pain, but then I changed it.
Before
I
you
actually
got it?
really thought
Yeah.
y'all were wrong. Tough.
Big Germ DG.
I changed it.
Here we go. Nico Locastro.
Oh boy.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, did you write something down?
Holy.
You're like, it's too quick.
No, you just got like you were deep and loud.
Oh, wow. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Nick and Matt Show, where we are guessing
Good.
Nico Locastro's username.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
please rise.
It's the
for
music,
national
Evan.
anthem.
It's the music. All right. Is it Nico Locastro DG, Locastro _ DG, or Nico Locastro?
I wrote Nico Locastro, and I want to guess Nico Locastro.
Boop. Press 1 if you want to choose Nico Locastro.
Shrubby goes tantrum DG.
We're not
Goodness.
picking the usernames we think fit. That would be fun, though.
I
And then we
wrote
all vote. We're
Nico-
doing that game next week. You get to vote as people write down the usernames for the one you like the best.
True.
I wrote Nico _ Locastro with a 0. I thought it was something tricky like that, but I'm not gonna lie, all of those mended together, but I kind of like the first one, so whatever that one was.
Nico Locastro DG.
Yep.
I
Welcome to
went
them.
Nico _ Locastro. I'm going Nico Locastro.
And you said that already, right?
I said
Nick?
Nico Locastro, Nico
Ah,
Locastro.
dang it,
The
guys.
answer is Nico Locastro.
Oh,
The underscores
Boy.
kill me.
Give
I
me
almost went
that
with spicy
11.
Nico, but I went against it because I
only
knew
have 2
I kind of
points.
knew it.
I only have 2
Yeah, you're
points in the
trash,
last
Evan.
5.
I'm
You're not the
11.
real nerd here. Let's go.
All right, final 3. Kristen Tatar.
Oh my goodness.
Statman has had to type this a few times, no?
I 100% do, and that's why this is the other one I feel confident about.
Is this
Oh,
Chris?
well, Well,
Kristen.
I haven't typed it yet.
Kristen. All three of them start with Kristen, so maybe Kristen.
K Money.
K Money. What? Missy's big money. She's K Money. We just all the monies.
I'm ready.
Oh, everyone's
I'm
locked
locked.
in. Here we go. Is it Kristen _ Tatar? Is it Kristen Tatar? Is it Kristen Tatar?
I wrote Kristen Tatar, so I'm going
So
with
straight Kristen
Tatar. No,
All right.
curved.
Evan.
I wrote Kristen Tatar.
Kristen.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
stick with that
goodness.
too.
I wrote.
But you didn't do the dot. There's 2 dots, right? Didn't you say Kristen
No.
Tatar dot?
No, sorry. If that was what you heard,
can't
I was
end on a
saying,
dot.
wow, a dot. That's what I
Oh.
was saying.
I went- so-
If that threw you off.
This
you
is
can change.
crazy
No,
because
it's fine.
I wrote the third option as my guess as well. Kristen _ Tatar, and I'm guessing Kristen
Wow.
_
I'm getting
Tatar.
points and all. Yeah,
You
that's
all
cool.
did what you guessed?
Yeah.
Like what you wrote
yes.
down?
Yes.
Kristen Tatar is a
Wow.
regular one, right? Kristen Tatar.
Mind blowing, guys. I came up with 3 different usernames. You each picked it with you wrote it down
Yes, yes.
differently, and you each picked the one.
Yes.
So it's incredible. Here we go.
I think Evan wins though.
the
I
an-
do.
he's
Evan
All right.
has to show us how he spelled it. though.
Kristen Tatar's username is Kristen.Tatar.
How did he spell it? Show us.
No, he did.
KRI.
How do you pronounce it?
TIN.TATT.
Kristen Tatar.
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 All right.
Oh, dang. That was cool, though.
Here we go. Last 2. Holland
Oh my
Handley.
goodness.
Holland
I don't
Handley.
know this one.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, what else do we got? We got other music in here. Do the cue.
This is. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. This one's tough.
friends.
No? Okay, you wrote something down though?
I got something.
I
It's
wrote
not
something
right.
down.
All right,
Yeah,
your
that's not right.
options are Handley _ Holland, Holland _ disc golf, or Halls _ 17.
I wrote Holland _ Handley DG, but I'm going with the Halls 17.
I
Or
wrote,
whatever that one
I
was.
wrote just her name out, Holland Hanley. I'm going with Halls as well. I feel like that's a core memory for me.
Yeah,
Cool.
as soon as you said it, I knew it.
Yeah.
My initial one was like Hanley DG. I thought it was
Okay.
that, but no.
All right.
Wait, you didn't lock it in?
No, he did.
No, I didn't. I just didn't bother.
He didn't
saying
write it down
because
correctly.
it wasn't one of the options.
Halls 17 is the correct answer. And the last one.
Here we go.
If you write this down and get it right, you win.
Should we have like points count up here so we can know, or
I
should we
have-
just
I have
Well,
12.
blind?
I have 12.
I
1,
wrote it down
2,
individually.
3,
I got to
4,
count.
5, 6, 7,
Gotta
8,
count.
9, 10, 11, 12.
The ticker is overused.
I have
All right.
12 as well.
Oh boy.
Nice.
I gotta count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6,
can we
7,
can we
8,
check this, please?
9, 10, 11, 12,
Yeah, that's it.
13,
That's it.
14, 15.
No.
So this one's worth 4 points.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do the same thing. Here we go.
Goodness.
Allie Smith.
Oh, I got this. I got this in the bag. I win.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Because
This guy is Instagram fiend.
Yeah,
Or-
I got. That's half my business is social media.
Ready? You
Sure.
wrote something down for
Sure.
Allie Smith. Great interview. Go check it out.
Maybe I don't got it. I'm not that confident now.
I shouldn't even tell you. I should just make you answer this one. All right.
Should I? I'll say it.
Is it Disc Golf Alley? Is it Alley.Smith? Is it Allie Smith DG?
I wrote Allie Smith _ DG, but I'm going to go with Allie Smith DG.
And you are incorrect. I went with Allie _ Smith DG. I'm going with Disc Golf Alley. I know for a fact it is.
But you didn't
Oh.
guess it right. if
No,
that's
I
what it
didn't.
is.
I went Allie _ Smith.
So you knew it for a fact after I said it.
Yeah, I knew
Okay.
that.
What do you think, Evan?
I was gonna do Allie.Smith. My original guess I thought was kind of cool. AL1 SM1TH.
Whoa.
Allie Smith, but with ones.
Nice. That would have been cool.
But not it. Clearly.
All right.
Unless you changed it because of a sponsorship change.
Let's go
in the
back
last
and
That's
look.
crazy.
20 minutes.
You gotta clip that.
All right, everybody. The answer is Disc Golf Alley.
16 points.
Straight up.
go.
Congrats, Ben. Can't win Stat or Fiction. You can't win Disc Golf Pro Tour points.
I'm a
Can't win
social
Judge
media
That Disc
guy.
Golfer.
I'm a social
But you
media
can
guy.
win this one.
Yep.
All right. Well, we brought you a very different segment, or I should say a full show
Drop a like,
tonight.
everyone.
Obviously, we brought you a little disc golf content in the front portion, and we got into postseason fun disc golf content not related to tournament play. Yeah. It's an off season, but we're gonna bring you the relevant content as it comes out. We don't want to fabricate or manufacture it, so we'll wait. But like I said, stay tuned. Stuff's coming.
Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure it is.
We'll hope.
We'll
Yeah.
hope. All right, Nick,
Try
we
not
made it to
tease
that point.
Too much. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in on this wonderful Monday night. Like Matt just said, we're trying to have a fun, chill kind of episodes we're doing right now. When the stuff comes about, we will bring it to everyone out there. So once again, thank you for tuning into the show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Check out the video. And Matt and I are playing each other in Team Challenge coming up this
Saturday.
weekend, actually. Go on to the YouTube video. Vote
Team
whose
Buff?
team is going to win. Team Buff or Team 2 Buff. If you get it right, I'll pick a random winner out of the comments, and I'll send you over a couple discs. So everybody go check us out on the latest YouTube channel. Comment who you think is going to win, my team or Matt's team. Yeah. Anyways, tell someone you love them this week.
Team Diamonds.
Crazy world we live in right now. A lot of sad things happen throughout week in and week out. I mean, the terrible incident that happened up in Maine. Tell someone you love them this week. You don't really know when the last moment you're going to have with them is. So please go out, hug your loved ones. We'll catch you in the next one.
Fantastic. Love being here with you guys each week. Everyone who listens, I wish we could literally meet all of you and hang out with you like in a big room, because it'd be way better than just talking in a microphone and sometimes looking in a camera. Seriously. So we appreciate your listenership and your viewership. And you ever see us out there, say hi.
Yep.
All right. Ben, you're awesome. Evan, you're
Thank
awesome. Nick, you're awesome. Everybody else.
Peace out.
Bye.
The Nick and Matt Show, a disc golf podcast designed for you, the disc golfer. Find the Nick and Matt Show on your favorite podcast platforms or join the conversation live on YouTube.